They were awesome. So it worked out, man. And then we ate shit. The best thing, I want to tell you a funny story. The best thing was in Mujhi Valley.
Where is that?
It's in the middle of Afghanistan, and it's the Italian fire base. This is a funny story. I'm not getting crazy, but some stuff happened. We're in the mortar pits and like whatever. That's where we sleep. It's freezing. It's in Winter Valley. It's freezing, and shit happened. We did what we did. The freaking Italians have wine and pasta and meatballs imported.
Really?
Wow.
So this shit happened at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm in my underoos on the wall doing my thing. And I'm like, what the fuck? So about 04, something like that. They're like, come on. We're having some dinner. I'm like, dinner? I'm like, it's like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. What are you talking about? Because,
yeah,
meatballs, sausage, pasta. It was, and they wanted to feed us like and give us some red wine. I'm like, we can't drink. Americans can't drink over there. Everybody else can drink. We can't drink. And I'm like, but the meatballs, all homemade. Imported.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. It was unbelievable. Like the homemade, the pot, like it was crazy.
I can tell just by looking at you. You're hungry now.
Serious, I'm like,
you're like, forget these MREs, man. Give me some of that
I'm
pasta.
sitting there like in my underoos at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, really? And like, all my bosses were great. My colonel was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm eating fucking pasta.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. I was impressed by everybody but Seth. So we're doing this. We're in the cover of darkness, RJ. So we're doing this, and he's over there laughing. He's snorting the entire time. We're on the other side of the window, and he's like, and I'm like, dude, stop snotting yourself. Am I right?
The best was when he asked us to let him out of the truck. The safety lock was on the door, and he couldn't get out the door.
You can't get out the door.
Like,
No.
stuck, guys.
And I just know you and Pete from the radio. Well,
Yeah.
Obviously, I've known you longer. When he sees his power bill, he's going to know it's 16 cents off.
Step one, cut a hole in that box.
Do you think the reason Seth's not actually showing that video is because he doesn't want to hear himself snorting?
I think that's much like
No, there were some expletives in there that I went, ooh, even if I dumb these down, you'll be able to. I just
wanted the video. I didn't want to hear it.
Can we play it just without the sound?
No, because it didn't work. It wasn't good because it was too dark out.
Jeez, I told you.
Even with the flashlight on, it was too dark.
You can do like a wound tank.
Where's the photo of us pointing at it?
I was going to say, yeah, there should be at least the finishing photo of us hopping to
the four of us, making sure that we marked our territory,
pretty much,
so to say. But where's our music, man? Where's the porn music, dude?
This podcast on the Talking Smack Network is brought to you by GNS Printing, providing solutions, not just printing. Give Tim Cooper a call today for all of your printed products. GNS Printing, here to help, offering the most customized, friendly, and reliable service with competitive pricing that you will find anywhere at 518-232-2465.
Warning. The following program is a collective of characters talking about the happenings in the sports and entertainment world. It's meant to be fun in a comedic, informative way. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, maybe even you. There may be some cuss words because that's how people talk in the real world. We'll try to keep the locker room talk to a minimum, but if you're young, please seek permission before watching any further.
And we're back, week number 19 of Talkin Smack upstairs at the Bullpen. Thanks for joining us wherever you're joining us from, whether it's on the Talkin Smack Productions YouTube channel, whether it's on the Talkin Smack Facebook page or my Facebook page, or if you're going to be listening and watching otherwise after on all your major podcast platforms. I could go into all that stuff, but that's over my pay grade. Welcome to week number 19. I'm Dan Miner for Talkin Smack. Let's get to the crew here tonight. Immediately off to my left, that would be, wow, that's funny. It's right here, but it's left there.
It's funny your hand goes right into
I know. It's like
You can see it too.
We're the cheesy bunch.
It's a magic trick.
Listen, I got nothing. Joining us, Snacks, El Snackaroni, the Snack Attack, Hank Pelton. Good to have you with us. There you go.
Good to be here. I'm glad I made it, and I don't have any more fish sticks to eat.
Oh, you did. How many fish sticks did you consume
I think
Sunday?
I ate like 40 of them.
You ate 40 fish sticks?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever
Nobody
watched
else
the
was eating
episode of
them.
South Park?
You
I wonder
like
how many fishes?
Nobody else was eating them at the
I
food
thought that
truck.
was the whole reason you guys made them eat.
that
fish
was what I
sticks.
did.
Okay.
So the whole I watched the episode of South Park with the fish sticks, and so then when Pete was walking in the walk of shame, I said, "You like fish sticks?" "Yeah, I like fish sticks."
I'm a genius.
Yeah, 40 fish sticks I left with the other day.
Oh God!
Wow, good for you. Hey, we'll support you no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Well, I ran out of tartar sauce.
He's not seen the South Park episode.
No.
No,
Sure has.
he certainly hasn't.
No, that's not my
Sully,
thing.
have you seen the South Park episode with the fish sticks?
Oh God!
Seth
I'll have
Rowe?
to find it now.
You're not on. John has. RJ, Vinny hasn't. So
you smoke the shit I'm smoking, and you'll you'll laugh a lot.
Also joining us tonight. Usually he's downstairs, but he's upstairs. My championship teammate, RJ Stockdale,
Good to be here,
the
guys.
Duke of Daiquiris.
Thank you.
All right,
Feeling good.
you're looking much better. You got color to your face.
That's a Starburst that I ate before the show.
What one?
I gave Jules my pink one, so every other flavor.
Look at you
Wow.
giving away the good ones.
Love that kid.
Speaking about giving away the good ones, ladies and gentlemen, my partner in Chupacabra. He is here from GA Bove Fuels and other parts unknown. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dog Mike Sullivan to the show.
What's up, gang?
3 fingers.
Three finger Sully.
fingers.
That's is it still 3 or is you're working on that?
Well,
2.5.
Jen and I are working on it.
All right.
Bartender.
You're working on your bartender.
I like how you
Like
like that.
she's here every week, but the one week she was in the DR. So I mean, other than that, I mean, she knows what you're drinking, I think. Joining us also from the morning show on Hits 95.9, my longtime radio compadre, John Pratt. Welcome to the show, Johnny.
Hey, thank you.
Pirate.
I got to introduce you. You're on the camera,
I was
fool.
going to say, you could do our special guest, and I can give the rundown.
The guy that just he's
God, he
too
can't
big
stop
for his
producing.
bridges.
Well,
He's
can't stop producing.
He's
Too big for
producing.
his
Stop
britches.
producing.
Is he not? Oh,
I'm
Ladies,
doing my job.
the Shadow, Seth Cooper, to the show. And our special guest tonight, this guy here, I've known you for 20 some odd years.
A long time.
A long time. And I was talking with the guys and said, you probably seen him at the hockey games.
Sure.
Because you're a huge hockey fan, a huge golfer, just back from the road, doing his comedy all over the place. Professional comedian, so us amateurs are going to have to.
The actual comedian I see.
Yeah, the actual comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, Vinnie, Mark to the show. Vinnie. Welcome to the show, brother.
Great to be here.
It's awesome. You and I were talking, and you said, "Yeah, I'd love to be on the show."
I couldn't get out of it this time.
No, you couldn't. Well, you sucker.
I ran out of excuses.
Thank you, Cassie.
There's always food poisoning or something.
Exactly.
Take something.
But I've been wanting to do one of these for a while, so
Yeah, you haven't done a podcast?
I have, but not one like this.
Yeah, this is different because with the amount of people that we have on the show,
Yes.
it's a whole different vibe, and that's what we've been picking up. So that's pretty cool. But welcome to the show. I love your work. You're all over the place. You just got back from being on tour, didn't you?
Yep, South Carolina. We did a little southern swing there.
Southern Swing, y'all.
Bunch of shows, and got back Sunday night.
Oof.
So I had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Actually, good. I work with my buddy Scott Baker, who's not here.
Yep.
There's 2 of us, and we do a
How many
show
days on the road usually for you in a year?
in a year.
Yeah, I mean, if you back when you were doing it a ton, I guess.
I guess. Well, when I was on cruise ships for a while, and I got off of cruise ships to be home more. So, I would say probably 40 weeks a year.
Wow,
That's a lot.
That's
a lot of time to have to be funny.
It's like a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
So, like you got a gig like one show an hour. Do you like some of those guys that
Sometimes-
do like an 8 and a 10, or I mean, it's
Yeah. Well, some places, yeah, you'll
Right.
do like a Thursday 1 show, then 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
it's interesting that you say this. We'll talk about it. So you sent me this picture, and you were recently. What's pretty cool is you opened for Bill Burr, which is pretty cool.
Bill,
that was in Phoenix. That was in Phoenix with Bill Burr. Yeah, I got the.
You were telling us that you stayed in a hotel when you were there. That's probably more than all of our mortgages put together.
It was ridiculous. It was at the. I can say where we were staying now. It was the Biltmore in Phoenix, Scottsdale, actually, and. $2,200 a night.
Wow,
the suite. Yeah.
So what is in your room for $2,200?
Foot massage?
Yeah.
What were the TV charges?
Is somebody to hold a toothbrush or something like that for you?
You take a shower. There's a towel on the floor. You go out you come back. The towel's clean and folded. But what's really wild is when you have your charger by your nightstand, right? Now everyone has them. They're all over the place. We leave the room. We come back after the show. It's wrapped beautifully, like in a beautiful with a little wrap.
So you're like a rabbit. It's all like on the.
It was like
the towels on
like
your.
a perfect.
I was gonna say, was it like origami or
something?
Yeah,
and like it was just all those. It was just
And
ridiculous.
the toilet paper has a nice arrow point, right?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Wow. You had toilet paper?
Yeah.
No, they do, Hank. They fold it like in a little, pointing down because that's the way it's supposed to.
Actually, you have a guy that actually washes your hands.
Come here, bidet boy.
Bidet boy.
For $2,200.
right, it should.
And one of the other cool things is not everyone can say they golfed with Bill Burr too.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, for folks that don't know, you love golf.
I love golf. You love it. Yep, played it since I'm 14.
And you played courses which we've only seen on TV. Like the one that you grew
really
up on.
Lucky, yeah, I've been lucky. I've been blessed. Actually, I grew up a mile and a half from Bethpage Black, which is Bethpage has 5 golf courses. The Black is learned how to play golf there, which is
so I'm a huge stand-up guy, and Bill Burr is one of my favorites.
Oh well,
how cool is he to hang out with? It seems
the
like
best.
he would be awesome, right?
Yeah,
as cool as
I know
would
Bill.
imagine?
Yeah, I know Bill a long time. I know him before his success, obviously.
Really? Yeah, cool.
But one of the most generous guys, fun guy. Didn't let the success go to his head.
Yeah, cool. Speaking of podcasts, he has a good one too.
Yeah.
That was 2 months.
I did his podcast.
Did you really? No kidding.
So now you're slumming.
Sorry.
Sorry to get you off the pond.
You dropped your last, Vinnie.
We did it actually at the Egg when he was at the Egg. This is before he was doing large.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he was at the Egg, and then we did it backstage at the Egg.
Awesome.
So how often are you out with the headliners like Bill?
I can pick as many dates as I want, really.
Really?
That's
yeah.
awesome.
He's in a Broadway show right now. They're opening in March.
Bill Burr is doing a Broadway show?
Yes.
He's a Mandalorian too. He's in the Mandalorian for Star Wars.
Yep. Exactly. So he's got a lot of.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the Broadway show?
It's Glen.
Glengarry Glen Ross?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. It's
the voice of reason.
Voice of Don't let that go to your head.
Have you heard the stories of Bill Burr and Billy Corgan looking like each other?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead,
No, it's
Sully.
not that they look like each other. They're half brothers.
Yeah, there's the possibility.
Oh, that's it.
That was a bullshit thing that Howie Mandel did.
Oh
though.
yeah,
I don't
Howie
like that.
Mandel.
That
what
ain't
did
cool.
was
On
You hear
his
that story?
podcast.
I didn't hear this.
So Billy Corgan and Bill Burr share the same father.
Okay.
Apparently, he's a piece of shit dad, like that dissed everybody.
So at the time that Billy Corgan's mom was pregnant, Bill Burr's mom was pregnant at the same time with at the same time.
So not only is this guy doing that, he names both the kids
Billy.
Bill.
That's like Mickey and Maude.
So at some point,
What a piece of shit.
So at some point, Billy Corgan tells the story, but Bill Burr doesn't. So Howie Mandel is doing an interview with Bill Burr, and unbeknownst to him,
that was a setup. It was a setup.
Yeah.
They knew all about it the whole time.
Think so? I don't know. It came off.
I don't think they did.
They did.
Not by Bill Burr's reaction.
I knew that. He just told me never to talk about it. No.
Well, I guess he's got a few more nights at home.
You're the uncle.
And you didn't even know it.
It's funny because I was just
That
watching.
was not set up.
Yes, it was. If you actually Google the interview, you can watch the interview, and then Bill Burr is on his podcast.
You can't believe anything anymore.
So I saw
They're comedians.
Hold it.
One's a comedian, one's a musician.
I saw the one where Billy Corgan was talking to Howie Mandel about this.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, and he was, telling about, somebody else, and he didn't know who the other son was or whatever. And then I started getting
Bill Burr
heebie-jeebies.
Skeeved out.
And so then I stopped watching, but then I knew that the two of them were half brothers because of their piece of shit father.
Bill Burr looked pissed.
Not father, sperm donor.
Yeah,
that we'll say that there. So that's it's incredible. So you want to do a rundown of the show tonight?
Yeah, sure. We got a lot to get to tonight. Of course, we'll talk about.
Well, take your time then.
We'll talk about everyone's weekend. How John, Mike, and Dan and their significant others were at the Warren Street Tavern for comedy night. Also, Snacks and Jeff Hodges were at the NFL football winter meetings and first breakfast. We'll get to that. Plus, also, we added someone to our group chat today. We'll talk about that coming up later on. Plus, the New York Yankees are finally allowing beards for the first time since 1970.
We got a chance, RJ.
I just shaved mine.
Was that by request?
No, I just did it.
Wow.
I was sick of the mustache.
Oh, makes sense.
Plus,
it
also,
makes you look, like you have more hair.
Younger. Yeah, it's an illusion.
Plus, also, we'll talk about what's setting off Sully this week, being brought to you by Bean's Country Store. And we have other big breaking news that any of you guys, you don't know about that yet.
We don't know?
We don't. You guys don't know.
Do we want to do that first? Or
yeah.
You're going to drop that bomb.
Oh, hold on. You forgot about the super chats. Tell everybody how to do
also,
that.
Also, super chats, they are available. Scan the QR code right by Mr. Snacks there on the right-hand corner.
Oh.
There is quite a bit of super chats. We'll get to them. I promise. We'll get to them to everyone. But we do have some pretty big breaking news to kick us off here.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Pretty important because this man just came home. He did just message me moments ago. Chuck Aiken coming to Talkin Smack.
Yeah, there we go,
Awesome.
man.
Chuck's been battling cancer.
I know, yeah. I know,
and
Chuck.
he's been battling now for 5-6 years at least.
Like when I watch the
oh God,
videos,
no, it's got to be more than that.
You watch the videos and he's like, it's day 500 or 5,392 of the situation or anything like that.
He got to ring the bell today.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
Yeah, I loved it.
Brought a tear, man.
Love it.
How come I don't know Chuck?
You know Chuck. Chuck did the music for the first thing we did down to Kingpins when we did our fundraiser outside there.
And you tried to light yourself on fire from the little.
And then you had the
Hank,
fireplace.
sometimes I wish I was a little better at shit.
4. Well, he hasn't laid the F-bomb down yet.
I was going to say.
So Chuck is going to be on April the 9th? 8th?
April the 8th. He
Awesome.
messaged me and goes, hey, I'm home. And I said, yes, of course. And he said,
That's awesome.
Then he said, what do you got going on April 8th? And I said, Talkin Smack. He goes, yeah, you can reschedule me.
And
I said,
he was scheduled
awesome.
just before he went into the hospital. He was supposed to do the show with us.
Good for him.
So that's awesome.
I have to get my
that's
best Darth Vader shirt out.
I know. He's a huge Star Wars freak.
Yeah.
He is a freak when it comes to that. All right, so that's our breaking news.
That's your big breaking news. Also, we do have a photo to look at here. I'm not exactly sure what is going on with this one here.
Photos?
But,
my head is crooked.
Somebody was.
These always.
Mine was last week.
Somebody was enjoying.
Go the other way. If you think you're going the wrong way, go the other way.
So.
Right, yeah, because it's.
Oh, okay. God damn it!
I know.
What'd you do?
Yeah, see, that's the
the
thing.
hell are you doing over
What are you trying to do?
What exactly is a
His
first
prefrontal
breakfast
cortex isn't
snacks?
working
That's
right
what I would like to know. You said
No, I said first breakfast.
What the hell is that?
We had the league meetings, and that was that was Jeff.
That's
Jeff, the GM.
How many breakfasts did you have?
Well, I only had one.
That's
not mine. That's his.
Oh, well, that's.
Well, here's.
Did he eat
I
all
said
that?
first breakfast. I said NFL meeting first breakfast.
Oh, I thought you meant you were getting more than one breakfast. That's the way I read it. Did anyone else read that the same way?
Well, the way that he says it, he says NFL meetings first breakfast. ... First breakfast. So I read that as they're.
So you weren't on the same side though as Jeff. Was that?
I do want you to know I did look around. I was surveying, looking for
looking.
Is that funny? You guys all look for it now.
I do. You got to explain to Vinnie what that's all about.
Yeah, really.
You go into a restaurant. There's a couple having dinner. They're in a booth. They're sitting on the same side.
Okay.
Why? Drives me out of my
He knows the answer.
freaking mind. Why?
Yeah. Same
Do you,
siders.
like if you go to dinner with your girl, do you sit across?
No, across from each
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
Yeah.
You've seen it though, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't piss you off because it drives me out of my mind.
It does. We've been out before, and it has made.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Is it medication time?
I told him the people that do that are people that are cheating on their spouses.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Hand jive.
No one wants to sit on the same. If they're with someone 24/7, they don't want to sit on the same side as someone else.
You want to be in the same restaurant.
Last week, I don't remember.
Same.
I don't remember the Siamese twins, but that was.
I mean, not me. But somebody else.
No, not me. Not me.
We're gonna
Stop
get to
it.
you later.
No, we're not. Are you guys ready for the first one?
Yeah. Super chat.
All righty. So we'll get to the first one. Mr. Tim
You want-
Jackstead says, "What part of the stick, Hank, for your fish sticks? What part of the stick did you eat?"
I didn't need any of the stick.
Brianna Wren says, "Hi guys, always looking forward to
Hi,
talking
Brianna.
smack. Appreciate it."
Okay.
Brian Brown chiming in. He says, "Good evening, guys."
Good evening.
Hello.
Big Money Ron says the non-walker, Seth Cooper.
non-walker.
Well, we will get to that. Also, Little Maddie says, "I would hope for that price, someone would be there to dry you off when you got out of the shower."
Yes.
So did you have a towel boy?
Actually, a towel girl.
Oh,
That's way better, man.
Cassie. Nice. Yeah. She's over there. She's turning red right now, Vinny.
She didn't miss that gig. That's what's so funny. And the next week, that's show business. You work at a beautiful gig, right?
Yeah.
The next week, you're like at the, the Hucklebuck. And she's like, "Nah, I'm not going to go to that one."
Smart. She was born at night, but not last night, right?
Sandy
Oh.
Sullivan chiming in.
Knock
She says,
Oh,
"Hi
boy.
guys, I'm here, so be nice."
Sully's mom checking in from
Oh.
FLA.
Big Money Ron also says, "So at $2,200 a night for a hotel in golf with Bill Burr, did you have to clean his balls and wash his glove?"
only on the first night.
After the first night, he didn't need any cleaning.
Paul Weeks also says, "Vinny!" with exclamation point.
Who was it?
Paul Weeks.
Oh, yeah. Love
I know
Paul.
PC.
We're going to see an NHL game. We're doing a trip. Him and I.
Where are you going?
We're going to Buffalo. Seeing Buffalo in the Bruins game. It started where? Hello? He was going to Boston, and the tickets were like ridiculous.
We have another one that's in the back there.
$400. Anyway, he says to me,
"Oh, John's got it."
He says to me, "Hey, let's go to Buffalo." I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we booked it. We're going April 5th or something. Seeing the Sunday afternoon game.
So by then, Buffalo will be way out of the playoffs, so there will be no
They're
pressure
not now.
whatsoever.
Yeah, no pressure. We'll
There'll be nobody there along with Bruins fans because the Bruins are out of the playoffs too.
Hey,
Are they?
Yeah, they suck this year.
Yeah.
I know we don't watch. We don't watch
They're not
hockey that much.
mathematically eliminated yet.
But looking
It's like
forward
the
to
Thunder.
Wow.
I didn't say that, Jeff Mead.
Wow. Who said that?
we switch.
That would be the producer.
Mr. Producer. There's a reason why he doesn't have a camera on his computer. So that's the deal there. All right. Yeah, there you go. You want? Yeah, just turn that one off there. We're switching microphones here, so then that way there we can get things taken care of.
Also, Friday morning quarterback challenge, the Walk of Shame happened on Sunday. I was not present due to prior commitments with the Adirondack Junior Thunder.
Oh my gosh!
Hold on. And it doesn't. You're rushing this now because
I'm not rushing it at all. It's in the rundown for those that pay attention to it.
I am paying attention, but John is
study it, producer.
But John is currently, not on headset and not on microphone because there's more to that. And the fact is that
that's better.
Yeah,
he could have done the walk.
Yeah, no, he definitely could have done the walk because I have filled in for a certain Shadow at Junior Thunder games. In fact, I did it like less than a week and a half ago, and I said, "Hey, Shad, I can do the first period for you. No problem at all. You could do the walk and all that." "Oh, no. I got to be there for the Junior Thunder, man. It's the last home game of the regular season. I gotta be there."
He had to be there for the first stanza.
So the walk of shame, it's the bottom 7 people in our football pool. The bottom 7 spots have to do. Hey, remember last week talking over others? Okay, so I know. The voice of reason. All right, so the bottom 7 spots have to do a certain amount of laps around Centennial Circle. And this year it was only 8. Usually it's the max, like 21 or 18 or whatever. And the bottom 7, which, Snacks and Seth were both in the bottom part, and they had to do the walk.
I was only there for the fish sticks, though.
Yeah, you love fish sticks. We all know that. So this is going to be so much fun. He's going to go home and watch this on South Park afterwards, and I will get the look tomorrow.
I'm a genius.
So the bottom 7 have to do the walk of shame, and they have to dress up in skirts. And
I saw it, and
Yeah.
it was out here. Right?
Yeah, right down Centennial Circle.
It
So
was good seeing Rossi.
Yeah, it was great seeing Rossi. But so, Seth, who is recently engaged to his lovely fiance, Allie, over here. So then what happens is that he says, well, Allie can walk because I don't want to take the point. Because
Whoa.
So
let's back up. You go, Allie could walk for you. It would make great radio.
I did say that,
Thank you.
but I didn't think you would take me up on it. Instead, you make your girlfriend go out there and walk around icy Centennial Circle like the stud that you are, the stud that watches live PD and then leaves her there and then goes somewhere else. We found that out the hard way.
The question is, how many people were actually at the game?
108.
We had more people at Centennial Circle.
I will say though that Allie did say it was really icy, and I probably would have fallen. So I'll throw that out there. Plus, she gets a nice dinner and a shopping spree out of it, so it's good.
A shopping spree? What are you taking her to the dollar store?
No,
What
Dollar General. Get it right.
What does a shopping spree consist of?
Yeah, really, you cheap bastard.
Within the budget.
Within the budget.
I hate that word.
What?
What?
$5. $5. We have a house to save for.
I got some Starburst for you, honey. I'll give it to you.
The pink ones are already gone. Sorry, you can't have anything else.
Jeez.
Yeah, but that's what? I thought you were punching me.
No.
Oh, it's time for another super chat.
Nathan Brimmer says, "Good evening, fellow a-holes."
Yeah, Nate, good to see you, my friend.
About
Now we're a-holes.
There you go.
Little Maddie says, "Was her nice dinner the fish sticks?" No.
Did you have any fish sticks, Allie? Oh,
No,
you
she didn't eat it. I remember I had to take. I had to eat them for Lisa. I had to eat them for her.
Cabby.
So
you don't
And
like
Larissa.
fish sticks, or you just didn't feel like eating fish sticks at the time?
Nah, she didn't.
Okay, she didn't want to eat the fish sticks.
Well, I wasn't going to make her eat the fish sticks. I didn't make her walk. You did.
And they were slathered in tartar. Slathered in tartar, they were. Yeah.
I was eating them before they were even out there.
He's gonna kill me when he sees that episode of South Park. He's gonna punch me.
I hope
He's
Tony.
going to come into the radio station tomorrow with a look on his face, and I think Pete is actually going to have to jump in between you two tomorrow.
All right.
I'll wait till we're in the Dominican.
I don't mean to change the subject here, but
he's going to.
But Hank, you might cry and your heart might be warm here in a second. Okay, just letting you know
Crying
because
warm.
this
Was Aaron Rodgers going back to the Packers?
pretty close. Check this bad boy out from Vinnie Mark.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, White Castle.
Oh, White Castle.
Let's give it up for Vinny for that one. That's
Hey, Mark.
Now,
Did you show?
there's a story behind that.
all right. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Here we go.
It's Bill and I, for years, Bill Burr and I, when we did shows,
Name dropper.
name dropper,
No big deal.
the Burster. No, we would go to White Castle after the shows. So that was in Arizona. He had White Castle flown into my dressing room.
Really?
That was right. Yeah, that was right.
And where's the nearest from New York?
I don't know where.
Call him right now and have him fly him in right now.
Yeah, he'll do it. And he made it happen. What was funny was that was Thursday night we opened. Thursday, right? Yeah, so then Friday night in my dressing room, White Castle.
Oh God.
So I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Yeah, we better kill it. We don't want to kill you." It's like,
So
we stopped.
how many burgers would be in that bag right
That
there?
was actually 6 or 8.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, I know. That was.
the case or whatever. It was,
I get I had 2 30-packs.
You're a fat bastard.
And the word came out.
All right. So the fat bastard thing that works into another thing. So we're at a comedy show on Friday night. Sully
Oh God.
and JP and myself. So we're at a comedy show over Lawrence Street Tavern. It's fun going seeing live.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're all big fans, and Sully sees comedy probably more than any other person that I know of, other than Vinny. So once again, the guy that's the opener comes out and he uses, is that called being a mark? Because he knew that I was somebody within the city.
Right.
So he used me as somebody to rag on.
Oh, he was.
So he comes right out of the case.
First joke.
And he goes,
like,
that fat bastard. Me.
Oh.
I know I've lost 75 freaking pounds.
Yeah, I was going to say, you look amazing.
And he calls me a fat bastard. So right off the bat, so I know, because I've been around enough comedians and I've been to a lot of shows.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't take anything personally.
Right.
I don't. But there was a hush that
Yeah.
came over the audience.
Well, that comes off mean. You got to be able to do that.
And it was like the first thing that he did.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Can I ask you, Dano, did you take more umbrage with fat or bastard?
Fat. Yeah, I'm a bastard. I get that. I'll own that all day long. But the fat part, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm overweight, but
I
I'm
will
still
admit that it did suck the air right out of the room for a good 15 seconds because again, I mean, it's Lawrence Street Tavern, lights are up, everybody can see
And that's
everybody.
He was the first comic.
Oh yeah,
he
this was like the first thing he says.
Yeah, he came right out of the gate and he picked.
And you were the first thing he saw.
Damn.
Yeah,
I was very glad because I was almost in that spot where I would have been in the line of sight. I was very glad we had shifted before the show started.
Is that a?
No, they shouldn't do that. I mean, the first guy is supposed to obviously warm up the crowd.
Yeah, he had a hard time warming.
Yeah, no, he could not read the room at all.
Right, and that's I get accused of being a comedy snob sometimes because I'm like, I feel like if you make that mistake, that why is he on stage? Who hasn't told him not to do that? I mean, it's
well, the headliner, his girlfriend, is the one that shows her butthole on OnlyFans, so it's that's probably why he went that way.
Well,
wow.
Yeah.
Does she have any openings?
one that we know
of. Don't worry, he'll be here right until 9 o'clock tonight. Don't worry.
It's funny though. You talk about. I was doing they used to do prom shows. Prom shows are like. They want to keep the kids in the school.
Oh yeah,
so they would hire comedians.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or they would bring them. Then they started busing them into the comedy clubs, right? So I'm in a comedy club and it's like 1 a.m, and they hired me. So they say, listen, you got to keep it clean, keep it safe. These, you got to be nice to them. I'm like, okay, no problem. Just do your thing. So I was going to go up and do my show, and I hit the stage, and the kid right up front points to me and goes, "Nice fucking head."
Wow. So was that 1 a.m?
Yeah, 1 a.m.
You want to keep it clean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's a high school kid. So I go, sit down, you little prick, you. Right? The principal comes up to me afterwards, you said prick. I go, he said fucking head.
Oh, there's a shot.
I get in trouble. Yeah. So
it was
calling you that right out of the gate is not a good idea.
It's I get it. I'm an easy mark. And
what night of the week was that?
Friday. It was a Friday night.
It is Glens Falls. We're not.
That makes a difference.
You're not going to see a comedy act on Tuesday except this one.
I did think that Karen, the headliner.
Yeah.
She was.
Sully knows her name.
She was actually very funny.
She was.
The pictures on the internet were aside. She was actually kind of a funny comic.
That's usually what they do. They have A, B, and C. They put 2 C comics and then the A less comic.
Yeah, it was a 2 show. It was a 2 comic show. It happens. And that's
they shouldn't do that.
It's if they're gonna do it to me. I got a thick skin and I get the whole thing, but it was a little bit of whoa, right off the bat. I mean, which I found to be funny afterwards. But and then he says, "Yeah, I knew who you were. They told me you were somebody, so that's why we did that." I'm like,
"That's what he came up with."
Yeah, I'm like, "Okay, you fat bastard." Yeah. So I am what I am.
Young comics slain on Lawrence Street.
Listen, I'm on medication for that shit now. I don't have to worry about it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our first break. More Talkin Smack with Vinnie Mark coming up right after this.
Talkin Smack is on the air, and it's brought to you by the Bullpen on Glen Street in downtown Glens Falls. The Bullpen, a favorite among locals, whether it's lunch, dinner, takeout, a night out, pre-game or post-game, the Bullpen is the place to go. The Bullpen's second floor contains Suite 216, the banquet room, perfect for hosting private functions for under 100 people. Chef Pam and a team offer a plethora of incredible food options for each guest. They offer a wide variety of menu options for everyone. Gluten-free and children's options are plentiful. Please let your server know if you have any allergy restrictions, and the Bullpen will be glad to accommodate you. The Bullpen on Glen Street, downtown Glens Falls. GNS Printing, providing solutions, not just printing, has been the place for printed products and competitive prices and unbeatable service in the Glens Falls, Queensbury, Lake George, South Glens Falls, Saratoga regions, and up and down the East Coast. Family owned and operated by Tim Cooper, GNS represents his 2 children. Gabby and Seth tells you everything you know that this is truly more than just a business. It's family. Celebrating its 24th year in the printing business, GNS Printing is your place for all your printing needs. Whether it's stationery products such as letterheads, envelopes, business cards, notepads, cut sheet form, marketing products such as brochures, presentation folders, postcards, newsletters, door hangers, posters, banners, trade show booths, rubber stamp ideal self-inking stamps, die plate dater stamps, handwood stamps, seal presses and embossers, continuous form carbonless forms, carbon interleave forms, single or multi-part forms, unit sets, handwritten forms, carbonless stud and edge glued, carbon interleaved, all sizes available, checks, laser checks, continuous checks, uniset checks, pegboard checks, 3-on-a-page checks, label stocking, custom labels, laser labels, mailing labels, direct thermal labels, thermal transfer labels, barcode labels, graphic art design, custom design logos, artwork, brochures, forms, whether you need a single one-time order of business cards or a complete company analysis of all your printed products, G&S Printing is here to help, offering the most customized, friendly, reliable service with competitive pricing you will find anywhere. Call G&S Printing today, 518-232-2465. The Adventure Family Fun Center, the ultimate place for your class trip, after prom party, family reunion, or social event of the year. The 1,000-foot outdoor go-kart track is the largest and most exciting in the area. Take a spin on the Le Mans indoor go-kart track. Get your friends together and face off in their multi-level laser tag arena. Buckle up and hop into an adrenaline-pumping round of bumper cars. Score the ultimate gaming experience in the arcade and test your target skills on our all-new airsoft range. Adventure Family Fun Center, offering several different adventure specials, including birthday party packages that come with your own party room. You're home to the best in family fun in the Lake George region. It's the Adventure Family Fun Center on Route 9 in Queensbury. Oscar Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Why don't you stop on by and see what they're smoking? Oscar Smokehouse has a great selection of smoked meats and cheeses. They carry a number of specialty items like their more than mustard, maple syrup, cheese spreads, beef jerky, and apparel. You'll also find a wide selection of meats including chicken, sausage, bacon, ham, plus their homemade stuffed burgers, salads, ribs, and steaks. Oscar Smokehouse on Raymond Lane in Warrensburg. Come on by and see what they're smoking.
And we're back.
We're back.
Well, some of us are back.
Some of us aren't.
Some of us aren't. That's okay. You know, they'll get here soon enough. They'll be here. Talkin Smack back for week number 19. Our special guest, Vinnie Mark, joining us here
Thank
tonight.
you so much for having me.
Great to have
Glad
you
to
here
have
tonight. Super to have somebody that's actually funny instead of like the rest of us. So it's definitely a challenge. So this past week, and I know that we have some Yankee fans on. So are you a Mets fan or a Yankees fan?
You know, there's a story behind that.
All right,
You
let's
see?
hear it.
Well, I grew up Mets fan. Mets as a kid, Long Island kid. As a matter of fact, I went to Banner Day. This was really funny. And me and my friends were like 7 years old, and we got to do the banner thing, you know. So what do we make? We make on a piece of oak tag, a small little piece of oak tag, the baseball diamond. We put, you know, the Mets are really smacking the ball, hitting the home runs over the wall, whatever. And we have a straw with a ping pong ball with the stitches, you know, and we have a rubber band and we have a string that we pull and it goes over the wall, right?
Yeah.
Really detailed. Only problem is when you're in the field, it looks about like this friggin' big. So we're like walking down, you know, out through center field, and my friends we're getting closer to the crowd. The guys are going, boo! What the fuck is that? people, and my friend's like, pull the string, fellas, pull the string.
Like that was going to help.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the ones that won it were the ones that had like 87 sheets sewn together. You know?
Oh my God.
But we had this. But anyway, I was a Mets fan for years. My cousin, who had kidney cancer, was in the hospital, losing one kidney and possibly the other. And he was watching the Yankees. He goes, you should watch a real baseball team, he says. So I sit in here and I go, you know what? You get out of this bed and you beat this shit, I'll be a Yankees fan. That was like 23 years ago. He's still alive today.
That's awesome.
So I am a Yankees fan.
Nice.
Yeah. But I do sneak to City Field once in a while. Too.
Yeah. Well,
So
we have a
place.
season ticket holder for the City Field for the.
What
Mets
I
here.
love that. That's a beautiful stadium.
It is a very nice
It's
stadium.
much, yeah.
He went to bring in a sign for me when he was sitting behind home plate. They confiscated the sign. So then I'm texting Seth and
that was
Allie
hilarious.
when they're at the ball game. So they're right there, right behind home plate. So they're on TV. So I'm texting Seth, and now Seth is losing his shit. He's on there, and I said, "Go ahead."
And
so I text, "Wave to me." So he
And
goes,
the usher comes over and goes, "Don't wave again or you'll be moved." And I went, and this is the moment that my parents and I look behind each other and go, we're never sitting here ever again. It's not worth the money. Not at all. I'll tell you where it is worth the money, though. Go to Nationals Park. They got everything. everything behind home plate.
Really?
Drinks included, everything. It was beautiful.
I want to bring up Banner Day to you though.
Okay. So the City Field, hold on, has that nice thing, what is it called, the patio or whatever, and the porch?
Pepsi porch?
That's great. I think that's, even though it's center field, it's got everything right there.
Yeah. It's a nice little.
It's great stadium. I think, Anyway.
Why they stopped it?
Why did they stop it?
Because some jackasses, they had a sign and they walked through and they got through. Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah. It needs to come down a little bit further into your face.
Okay.
All right.
So they had a sign and he already dropped one, so I'll do it. It said "fuck the fucking Cubs," and it was like a big blanket.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, it was probably like 1979 or whatever. I don't know. It was maybe early 80s. They're like, we kind of got to end this. Well,
that was a tough time to be a Mets fan because let's face it, in the early 80s, like 1980,
Pat Zachary,
Steve Henderson.
Pat Zachary was a great pitcher.
That team really sucked. I mean, that was horrible.
And how about as you get older, you meet some of the players and you hear all the stories.
That Cranepool would always come here.
Yeah, Eddie Cranepool.
He used to do our banquets at. It used to be Pat's dugout.
Right, and he lived right in Farmingdale. Which is right next to like a town and a half away from where I live, Massapequa. And he used to tell me, I met him years later. He said him and I forget, Cleon Jones, I think, and someone they used to get in the car and they were drinking 6-packs on the way to Shea
Boy,
Stadium.
I can relate to those guys.
And all of a sudden you want to be a Mets fan, huh?
I was like, really?
Soto screwed us.
Didn't Matlock live
No,
up
he
here?
lives on Glen Lake.
He did, right?
Yes,
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
No, he's passed.
He moved to Houston.
Graveyard.
Yeah.
He moved up to Horicon or something?
Yeah,
he was around the area.
Did you know that he still has he only uses a home phone? He's like RJ.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive. He doesn't have a cell phone. He only uses a home phone.
So he's not listening to the show. No.
No, that's not necessarily true.
You can watch it on your big screen TV.
If you have a smart TV at your household.
Oh.
How do you think I know
he's still alive?
So, RJ, you and I are the Yankee fans here at the table.
Yes.
So both of us are sporting some facial hair, and we were pretty decent ball players back in the day.
Just keep it well groomed.
We still have a chance to go back and play now.
I don't want to see like Johnny Damon hair down your
ass.
Okay, all right. Does it really matter what they've got on their face or the back of their head with
coming
to play
from our
baseball?
pirate correspondent?
Well, yeah, no, seriously.
Does
the amount of facial hair or hair on top of their head affect their ability to throw or catch or hit the baseball?
So is that a Steinbrenner thing? Is it a Steinbrenner?
It was a Steinbrenner thing, and
so
then
no hair on the face.
You can have a mustache, but the rest of it and your hair had to be a certain.
Mattingly pushed the envelope in 1993.
He did.
He grew it down to his shoulders, and he was like,
there were two people that pressed the flesh on that, and they were both Yankee captains. Thurman Munson was the first one because he wanted out of his contract. And then you had Donnie Baseball, who just got named as a defensive coach or whatever. What does your mom think about this, Sully? Have you talked to your mom about facial hair?
I haven't mentioned it to her. Actually,
really?
She's watching, so she'll probably chime in.
So she'll let us know right now.
So Sully's mom is like the biggest Yankees fan I know. If she's not watching the Thunder game, she's watching Yankees game
or Talking Smack.
Talking Smack. Thank you. Good call on that one, Sandy. But that's what we're I would like to hear her 2 cents on what she thinks. Super chat.
Sandy Sullivan chiming in. She says they're too cute to cover their faces.
Good answer, Mom. Good answer.
What does Mom drink when she's home?
Sangria.
Whatever she wants.
Sangria.
Yeah,
well, that way it gets a little nutrition as she's
she's getting her vitamin C. So I mean, if she was like working out there, she's eating well. And we got another super chat.
Wes Lauk says, "Does RJ kiss my mother with that mouth?"
I sure would.
I'm sure Kim wouldn't mind a little tongue.
And I love to hold Lauk's family. Yes, you're a little bitch and you know it. Come on the show whenever you'd like.
Yeah, well, he's been offered and he said no.
He said no. He said no.
He said no. He said no.
Seriously?
Yeah. Super chat.
Sandy Sullivan says, "I'm being nice."
That's your mom.
I'm aware.
My mom won't watch. This isn't her bag. She has no sense of humor.
You have been fact checked here.
Super chat.
Nathan Brimmer says that cool rumor about Don Mattingly becoming the Yankees defensive coach is unfortunately untrue.
Oh damn!
I thought I saw something about that.
But... he belongs in pinstripes. He doesn't belong in somebody else's uniform, and that's just my 2 cents.
Hey, you guys see that Hitman poster downstairs at 16? Boom. That was my gift to them.
Wow.
It took them 4 freaking years to hang the thing up, but it's when Mattingly didn't have facial hair. Anyone, iconic. 1987, Mattingly with the...
Man, look at you. You got...
Hitman.
Sorry we're talking to Yankees. You're a Phillies fan, aren't you?
I'm good.
He wants to talk about Bake McBride.
We're in New York.
You know,
Bake McBride?
He really wants to talk about Pete Rose.
Or Gary Maddox.
Maddox.
He was on my
Maddox.
clipboard last
Gary
2 weeks ago. He's on my clipboard.
That's for sure. So
Yeah.
there we go. So there, a little bit on the facial hair.
Don Mattingly says, quote on the beard thing, times change. Yankees were long overdue to end the facial hair policy.
Oh, makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
but just don't go out. Who are those scumbags that play for Philadelphia that
Jason Ward.
that make
No, Brandon Marsh is the current one, and Bryce Harper's the next one.
Right.
Brandon Marsh looks like he's homeless.
he does. I mean, he's got
my favorite player.
He got that. He looks like the commissioner of the ECHL's illegitimate brother. Long greasy hair,
Why
and
is
then
his hair always wet?
it's
I don't
Is it wet or is it greasy,
I think
It's wet. It's wet.
or is that Jerry curl,
I think it's wet.
or is it so close?
I think it's. I think he does the water on it.
You think so?
I was just gonna say, does he do like the Triple H thing where he just does the water?
He's
bottle?
not Triple H.
Wow.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's just that's not what it is. But do you. I mean, not all of us have a big full head of hair like Vinny,
Exactly.
or Johnny, or
There
the
he is, my boy.
or the alpaca head and Seth.
Wow.
You got to get that thing taken care of.
Friday.
You're getting it. It's
Friday.
really shabby,
Friday.
dude.
Are you
Friday.
going back to the alpaca?
No,
What, Allie? What are you doing to him?
nothing.
You're not cutting it this time. Oh, you're going to get styled.
I know a barber.
He's going to get styled.
Is he gonna go to the Pete Lutz here?
No.
There's Brandon Marsh in his.
I see that. Is that wet or is it greasy?
It's wet. It's
That's
wet.
wet.
I'm asking. I'm not going to go
We
up and rub his hair.
We don't know hair product.
Nope. No hair here. I don't have to worry about
In
it.
June and July, is that comfortable when you're playing 162 games a year to be outside?
I've never had long hair in my life, ever.
I might have got it down to here when I was like 15.
I decided one year playing softball, I was going to try to grow a mullet. All right, this is back in the 80s. So I got it, and my hair's always, so I get it down to about here on my neck, and I'm like, I can't do this. I get my hair cut right now. And it's like, the barber said, well, what are you doing? I said, I can't stand this hair on my neck. There's like nothing on there. I said, I can feel it. And so I'm like, okay.
Speaking of mullets, going back to the comedy show, I feel kind of bad. There was a guy that might have been maybe 25. He didn't know what an actual mullet was, because I walked up to the bar.
Really?
I walked up to the bar and I was just getting a drink. It was like the first round of beers I was getting, and I was close to the guy, and I'm like, oh, sorry, dude. And he's like, dude, any guy with an epic mullet like yours, man, can take up this much space at the bar.
You don't have a mullet?
And that's what I said to him. And I literally I grabbed and I'm like, dude, if I can do this,
You look like the singer from Flock of Seagulls.
Right, exactly. I'm like, no, if I can do this from the front, that's not a mullet.
No.
You have long flowing hair.
Dan's-
exactly.
And Dan's got a skullet.
I got nothing. I knew that I was screwed at birth, and that's the way it was going to end up being.
I wait for the next generation. They didn't even know the true.
Gunner's got a true mullet.
Your grandson.
Yeah, my grandson's got a mullet. He loves it.
Nice.
There's a couple of kids I see at the hockey game.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Thunder
hockey,
Punch.
speaking of the hockey game, I was told to ask by an anonymous source about ice cream with you.
Oh wow, that's funny. Yeah.
Did you
Ice cream?
Did you want to go into detail?
Yeah, it just happened years ago at the Thunder when I used to go. I always just go to Wednesday and Sunday games because I was working on the weekend a lot. So we would go after the second period and get the
ice cream sandwiches?
The flying saucer.
Yeah.
With the ice cream. From
Like
Martha's.
Carvel?
No, the Martha's.
Yeah,
It's Martha's.
Yeah, same
right. South is now.
Right. So one day I was eating it, and the camera, they put you on the thing, and so I just started eating it, weird or whatever, and then
They put you on there?
yeah, wait. So then the next game, boom, I'm on again, and I had to do something different.
Was I making comments as this was happening?
I don't think so. I couldn't hear. I don't even know. I was like, oh my god, I'm on the screen. I'm gonna do, and I was every time I'm doing something different. I took my cousin's false teeth once and tried. But every game, now I'm like, oh man, second period's coming.
New material.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to come up with something different.
Yeah, next week we're going to give you a corn on the cob.
You must get that a lot. People say, be funny.
Yeah, I know.
It's
got to just be spontaneous.
It's,
And that's the word.
Yeah.
Speaking of being spontaneous, these fast food franchisees. We're not being spontaneous. We'll start with we'll start.
We're going to another topic.
We'll start with Friendlies.
Is Friendlies even open anymore?
Starting at $8.99. Happy ending.
Oh wow!
Sign me up.
Where is that massage parlor you went to?
On Glen Street.
Glen Street.
Yeah.
What
$8.99.
$8.99 to rub it a tug.
I'll take a dozen.
I think he told Cloutier, and I think they told Cloutier and I 70 separate.
Well,
we had Friendlies on Long Island, and it seemed like it took forever to get an order. You know?
Yeah.
And then when I moved up here, I'm thinking, all right, because everything else was so like less people, easy to play golf. I said at Friendlies and it took forever.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah. I guess that's just
it's just the change.
They can't find the help.
Yeah.
There's no work. There's no one work.
22
so
years ago.
Anybody do Fribble shakes?
Fribble, yeah, chocolate Fribble.
I do a coffee Fribble. I'm a coffee Fribble.
Didn't they have like a Hawaiian Punch thing back in my day? I'm talking like 40 years ago. I'm serious.
Well, we were poor. We didn't go to.
Oh yeah, I really
Friendlies.
frequented the Friendlies. That was a.
This next one comes from DoorDash and Taco Bell. Your taco wizards are currently nutting in your burrito.
Wow.
What does that mean? You've done
idea.
DoorDash before, so have you nutted somebody?
Well,
somebody?
I don't see that because I just see the Dasher, so it just gives me the address.
Dude, speaking of
And
DoorDash, real
For
quick.
that price, though, it almost looks like it's worth it.
I saw the biggest
You fucking
dick of a DoorDasher the other day.
Well,
So
where are we going with this?
Oh no! So no, the guy was a jerk.
Oh,
no,
okay.
seriously.
Oh,
so
that kind of dick.
That kind of dick. So it was when it was raining and we'd had like the rain and all that, and you were trying to clean up, and this guy I live across the street from a lawyer, and he's trying to clean up where the hydrant is and such, and these guys go by and there's a big puddle and they intentionally splash right. I mean, like within like from me to you, Danny. So like we're like 6 feet away, like I mean full speed, like 30 miles an hour, and then they get out of the car about I don't know. A half a block up, and they go out. They put their DoorDash order literally in a snowbank, drop it in the snowbank, and then peel out and drive off. And the snowbank thing. I saw this all go down. I grabbed the food. I went to because it could have been two houses. I thought I went to one house. It wasn't there. Went to another house. It wasn't there. So I ended up leaving it like on a fence post because I didn't want to leave it in the snowbank.
RJ, you know the license plate?
416.
And it turns out
ADJ 42. That's mine actually.
It turns out that the DoorDash order was actually for like my next door neighbor, which was like 3 houses down from where he put it in a snowbank. It's like this is why people, getting DoorDash are like, to hell with these guys, man.
Yeah,
he splashed the hell out of the lawyer and left the food in a.
But I think the point that we want to make, if we had patriotic music underneath here, it would be outstanding.
Yeah.
What you did, and you stepped up, John, being that American that goes out there and goes the extra mile to get food to somebody because they weren't going to get their food. They're going to go hungry.
No, can I tell you something? No, that's a bad. They'll end up thinking you're the bad guy. They'll
Oh
say,
no! See, both houses. That's the thing. Both houses I went to had Ring cameras. So I literally I hit the camera and I'm like, hey, this is the food that was ordered. I gave them the whole story on both Ring cameras, and I'm like, if I can't find it, I'll leave it here. And then once I went from the second house, I went back to it's when I had to put it on the fence post. I went back to doing the work in my driveway, and my next door neighbor came out and he's on his porch, and I just see him looking around like this, and I'm like, are you looking for a DoorDash order? He's like, yeah, man. And I'm like, it's down there.
You should have went. I ate it.
It was absolute. I mean, if I was that guy, I would have been really pissed. I mean, and the lawyer is. That guy should be lucky that the lawyer couldn't find that guy because he probably could find it if he really wanted.
Well, yeah, he's probably got a private dick.
Well,
may I have your attention, please?
Yeah.
Oh
no.
RJ Stockdale 1.
What I did?
This Talking Smack Table 0.
Yes.
Hawaiian Punch, originally created as an ice cream topping syrup for Friendlies back in 1934.
Whoa!
Wow!
Again. Boy,
The king of useless knowledge. What did I tell you, Vinnie?
It was
Voice of
discontinued.
reason.
Voice of reason, idiot savant.
discontinued in 1988.
Hey, Jen, be a lamb and grab me 2 beers.
Be a lamb.
I'm kidding.
Savant.
Be a lamb. Sully's taking her up on the offer.
Get whoever wants anything over here. Okay?
That's awesome. Wow. I didn't know that they had an Hawaiian thing.
I just know stupid shit. What do you want?
Yeah, that's okay. All right. So do you have more of these stupid things?
No, I was just.
Those two were the ones that were bothering you. Taco Bell getting nutted.
And an $8.99 happy ending. And let's be honest, if it's the happy ending is $8.99, do you really want it? Just say it. Just throw it.
So we had to
what do they say? $10 is $10.
No, we.
Oh, you're tipping $1.01? Really?
I think the DoorDash.
I was gonna say, obviously, you've never been to Okinawa.
DoorDash people make good money. They
yes,
used to come
we do.
through us.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I said, this is nonsense. I said, they're using your business. You're not making a penny off of them, and the profit margin on food is.
Yeah, I know. It's nil.
I said, this is nonsense. And these people will come in, and we got rid of them.
I
Grubhub, all of them.
I don't use. I used it once.
So say if like I want
DoorDash?
in the old days.
Yeah.
No, it's total shit.
Just once.
I never did it.
So you're telling me the guy with the sweatpants? I'm wearing sweatpants too, but I'm taking a couple of your French fries. If I'm dropping off shit,
They're not pajama pants.
These are basketball Jones gear. This is apparel right here.
But you wouldn't. Yeah, I can't see you paying for DoorDash. That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I can remember being a 5-year-old child where next door to where Neba's is now, which is Mr. B's, whatever. And I couldn't understand the concept of a drive-through.
Yeah.
I said people are that lazy that they can't go and get their own freaking food.
Yeah.
I was 4 or 5-year-old child, and I said, go in and get your food and freaking go home and eat it.
Once again,
got that.
Idiot savant. Yeah, I mean, he's a man ahead of his time.
I will say that
or behind.
DoorDashers
Boom.
DoorDashers actually make some pretty decent money.
They do, and then they drop their shit off, and John has to go get cracked in the head because
Well,
he looks
and
like
then,
a pirate.
and in case you're wondering, they actually really crack down on like the delivery service types of things. You have to have 50 perfect deliveries before you can even make like good money.
What is a perfect delivery?
Yeah, what's a perfect delivery?
5 stars. With a picture.
Oh, so they've got to rate you afterwards?
And then they got to give you a review of the food, yeah.
And the food. So if they rate you well and they rate the food crappy, do you still get the 5 stars?
Yes, because
as long as
at
it's
least
delivered, right?
Yeah, just a delivery.
So then you take a picture of it and you send it. Is that how that works? I mean, I don't know.
No, yes, and then
when we have pizza delivered, our pizza's delivered. The delivery guy comes up. Hey, Dan, how you doing? I use your pizza. Okay, thanks. I got my pizza. All right, we'll see you later, Dan. Bye.
Yeah, I guarantee that DoorDasher that day did not leave a picture of the food.
Oh my
Just throw that
God!
out.
Super chat.
Sandy Sullivan says Brandon Marsh, he looked stupid. Plus, he's.
Thank you, Mom.
Oh.
Now, let's give it up for Sandy Sullivan. Nice job.
Nathan Brimmer saying, point of clarification, John Mullet is in his sack.
On his sack.
It's on my sack. Well, I got long hair everywhere. What can I
Him
tell
and
you?
Brandon Marsh.
If I were to describe the one perfect mullet, though, I'd say Billy Ray Cyrus would be.
Billy Ray, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, Billy
if he
Ray.
was in an encyclopedia, I'd say that's a mullet.
There's 2 mullets I think of: Billy Ray and Barry Melrose. Those 2 mullets.
Barry Melrose is iconic.
Melrose, those 2 mullets. When you think of mullets, those are the kings of mullets.
Yeah. How's he doing? Is he all right?
No.
He's not.
Yeah, I'll give Barry. Barry props on that.
Yeah, Barry's mullet was always on fire. I mean, that thing there was just.
I still remember the Mulleteers jersey that we wore for that one game, and you still
We had
see
Don
it on
Jovi over at
occasion.
Sandy's. Did you count?
Over at the Cool Insuring Arena, you'll see the somebody wearing a Mulleteers jersey, and it's like, that.
Did we miss a super chat from Big Money?
Yes, there's a few more. Big Money Ron says, does RJ know what Mountain Dew was created for?
Ooh. West Glens Falls grubs. I don't know. No, it's sugar.
What the hell?
I'm from West Glens Falls.
He just alienated a quarter of our audience.
Yeah, I know, right?
I can say that. I am from West Glens Falls. It's sugar and freaking water with green dye.
Is it the
Mountain Dew? It was created back in the Prohibition
I couldn't even
days
show
Prohibition
as a mixer for whiskey.
I did
You
not
don't
know.
talk for a
What was it
living,
for?
bud.
A mixer for whiskey.
Oh yeah, that's
Actually-
that's a speedball before a speedball.
Dude,
That's before the Red Bull and
Red Bull and vodka. Yeah, Mountain Dew.
They're
and whiskey,
kind of
that could-
reinventing it now.
that
I
Red
don't mean
Bull.
to offend anyone from West Glens
I
Falls.
put
You're all my
Mountain Dew in
friends.
your.
That's that Red Bull. When I smell Red Bull, my stomach turns. I don't know why. Super chat.
This one is directed for you, Vinnie Moore.
Oh.
I'm not exactly sure
All right,
if,
I'm on.
this is,
Be brave.
if this is true or not. Dave Bengal chimed in and says, Vinnie and I double teamed Jenna Jameson. Ladies and gentlemen.
Now you got pictures of our crotches. All right.
Dude,
Dave.
if it's not the truth, fucking lie to us and tell us a good story.
Well, I'll tell you that it was actually Rosie O'Donnell.
All right.
That makes the story better.
Now that you've
We didn't
opened,
know you were with a guy.
now that you've opened Pandora's box. All right, so your Rosie O'Donnell. Sully, you got to listen to this. The Rosie O'Donnell story.
Thanks,
Do you know
Dave.
this one? Oh, this one here is classic.
Okay, so Rosie and I started obviously together. We were 18 years old. We were working gigs and stuff. So around, I guess we came up with this idea. When you get booked on a gig, they put you up in a hotel, and we said, all right, we each have our own room. We'll ask the club owner, hey, can we have the money that you would spend on, and we're going to stay in one room. So it's like $45 a night times 3 nights. We're like, we'll have that extra money. So we stayed in a hotel together in one bed.
So you
And Rosie
slept
together.
So did you turn her?
Yes.
Okay.
Were her feet next to your head?
What's that?
Were her feet next to your head?
No.
Almost wore whiskey there.
We overlooked we thought there would be 2 beds, and then once we got in the room, it was like it's 1 bed, and we
Okay.
just
Does she snore?
not that I know of.
So how long did that last?
3 days.
3.
We did it just.
You
We
make
did
it
it
sound
once.
like it was a
Fucking joke here somewhere.
Oh,
Damn it, I'm so mad.
I know.
It's a lot of pressure working with Vinny, isn't it?
No.
It's tough.
It was.
So if you guys had a kid, who would it look like?
If Vinny and Rosie had a kid.
Had a kid.
Oh my
What would
God.
it look like? And there's where I lose the joke. If I knew that,
Yeah.
go.
Pugsley from the Addams family.
Snacks? You got anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
RJ?
I would.
Who was the guy with the big forehead from that 70s show?
Hyde?
Hyde?
The father.
Oh,
Oh,
Red.
There you go.
Red Foreman.
I love you.
No, I got it.
I love you guys. Sorry about that. Red Foreman.
I'm trying to think of who.
Do you got anybody in mind, Sal?
The mother from Throw Mama from the Train.
That was a good comeback.
Oh, Sloth.
Oh my God.
That was a
Ruth
good
Gordon.
comeback.
Ruth Gordon.
Could be the, could be the Sloth from Goonies.
That was the sloth from the Goonies. With that, as we think about Vinny's love child with Rosie O'Donnell, we'll take another break. We'll be back with more Talkin Smack from the Bullpen right after this.
Brought to you by Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal Service. Do you have a lot of junk or waste to remove from your home? Clean It Out Containers and Junk Removal offers compact and cost-effective dumpsters and other waste removal services, such as appliance removal and estate cleanouts. Based out of South Glens Falls, Clean It Out Containers is a family-owned and operated dumpster rental business that provides convenient roll-off dumpster services. Whether you have a garage full of junk, extra scrap metal to dispose of, or even organic waste like lawn debris and branches, they have you covered. Clean It Out Containers also features highly competitive rates and flexible rental times. You can easily select a service on their website and then pick a date or time that works for you. Call and book via phone. Brought to you by GA Bove Fuels. At GA Bove Fuels, they take pride in providing timely and reliable oil and propane delivery services. Whether you're located in the Lake George and Glens Falls regions of New York or as far away as the Bennington, Vermont area, we are able to serve you. They encourage you to contact them today and learn more about their propane and oil delivery services as well as the other work they complete for you. Whether you need a minor furnace repair, complete AC installation, or routine HVAC system maintenance, GA Bove's fully trained and certified technicians will help you out. In addition to the heating and cooling work, they also supply premium diesel, gas blends, heating oil, wood pellets, and other fuel delivery options to properties across the entire Northern Capital Region. GA Bove Fuels. Give Mike Sullivan a call at 518-337-6599. by your Edward Jones financial advisor serving Glens Falls, Stephen Babson. Get the personal financial advice you need to achieve your goals. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, for children or grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care for the most, Stephen Babson can work together with you to develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Stephen Babson can also monitor your progress. Give Stephen Babson a call today at Edward Jones in Glens Falls at the corner of Bay and Washington. By Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters. When you choose Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll always have access to the area's lowest prices. As a family-owned and operated business for over a decade, you'll be treated like our neighbor. That means affordable prices and friendly, knowledgeable service every time. Get in touch today to find out more how they can help you improve your gutters and protect your roof for years to come. When you work with Mullen Construction and Seamless Gutters, you'll get a 10-year workmanship warranty on gutters, downspouts, and leak protection. If anything goes wrong with your work, it'll be covered.
He said, if I have to take care of you, I'm going to take. Oh, that's us.
That's us.
Thank you. All right, we're back. We're back. Talking Smack here, live for the Bullpen. Our special guest tonight, Vinnie Mark, joining us. And we just found out Vinnie did not have a love child with Rosie O'Donnell.
No,
so
we didn't.
We're feeling much better. They cohabitated in a singular bed, but other than that, nothing else happened.
All for $135.
The things that you sacrifice.
Is that the going rate?
45 times 3.
$45 a night.
Said 135.
135.
If you add that to the 2,200, we got a lot of money there.
Exactly.
I don't feel like.
Yeah, I don't think Bill Burr was going to share a room with you.
No.
That was you got your own private rooms, and that's what was going on with that. So
yes,
here we're talking Smack week number 19 here at the Bullpen. Coming up next week on the show, who's our guest next week? Oh yeah, we're bringing Law in next week, my friends. We're bringing in Jim LaFar. Jim LaFar is going to be here. Jim's a great guy.
I fought the law and the
law won. That's what's going to happen. Are you going to sing that to him next week?
Well, I'm going to serenade him before I leave.
Serenade him. Sully's going to get a police escort home.
Either that or Sully's going to go. I'm trying to make the donuts.
I invited Donnie Long too. I'm good.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if he has that juice.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. That'll be fun.
You'll see.
Great guy. We'll
great
have fun
guy, talented guy.
So that Jim LaFar joining us in next week's show, and then the week after that, Ryan Wheeler's back on again. Ryan's trying to compete because, people that appear on the show multiple times, we're going to do sort of like Saturday Night Live. When you get to the fifth one, we're going to give you a robe and then go from there. The first one that's going to get the robe, though, is a guy that we recently added to our group chat because he's got 2 shows scheduled before he takes off for the Masters.
Oh, no. That's not.
He's not?
That's not what's going on.
You're playing to the Masters? You went from
No,
Black to fucking Augusta?
No, not Vinnie.
Kidding.
You know who's
joking.
I'm playing in the masturbators.
Well, I know a pro fisherman. If you need to work at the masturbator, I got a guy.
There's a reason
I
why
missed the
we
cut. No.
There's a reason why we added Jacques to our group chat because he's going to be on once a month on the podcast.
Whoa! Oh boy!
Hope it's a little more lively than that.
Bacon.
So the deal with Jock is, of course, from Oscar Smokehouse,
right?
Is that he works at the Masters. He works security at the Masters. He went down and worked last year, and he's going back down. Funny thing, Jock did not text any of us to go with him this year.
Please hold, everybody. Please hold.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Please hold. Mr. Jacques, are you there?
I am.
There he is.
What's going on, brother?
I'm in my mobile studio.
I thought it was Rosie O'Donnell. Vinnie,
come out of the closet.
Take a
Listen, it's Talkin Smack for a reason, isn't it?
That's right.
Hey, Jock, is that where the sausage is made?
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes.
Who does your lighting?
It's very slimming.
Yes, I'm sure.
So you're going to the Masters. That's awesome.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just got lucky. A buddy of mine has been doing it for years, and he asked me if I wanted to go. And
wow.
Of course, I said yes. And we're going down. I think it's 40-some days from now or whatever. And we'll be going down and doing it again. And like I told these guys, the uniform you got to wear, I look a lot like Paul Blart Mall Cop. You know?
Oh yeah, there you go.
didn't send me that.
Yeah, I'll put. Let's trust me. I'll put that out there in a second. As a matter of fact, if I knew how to do this, if my son,
you look at the grounds crew.
if I listen, security. But listen, there's all levels of security, and I was in a really good area. Like I was in like what's called like Group A, and I was with a lot of cool people.
Well, you're special.
Well, listen. Sometimes I've learned this over the many years. It's not what you know; it's who you know.
Yeah. Right.
And in this situation, it's who you know, and it's unbelievable. And guys, you know, anybody who even dabbles in golf, you know, you really know about what the Masters is, and it is incredible when you're there. It's just like any other sporting event. I mean, it's nice to watch football on TV, but if you're at Giant Stadium or you're in Buffalo, you're in New England, where you are, it's being there is incredible. And the crowds. I'm only there Thursday to Sunday, so I get I'm only there for the main event, but each day it gets more and more.
Just the main event.
Oh,
yeah. So it's really, it's like I said, once again, it's really cool, and it's
awesome.
It's a great event, really. And so listen. The reason I didn't ask any of you guys was because I had to count on you guys to be able to get up at. Well, Dan, you'd be all right. You got to get up at 4:30 in the morning to work a 15-hour day, to go home and lay down in a bed that you're not so sure you should be laying down in, and then you're up again at 4:30 again. So
that's what I was going to ask. That's what I wanted to ask. Where do you stay? Because I know housing is insane.
Well, listen. I unfortunately, I've learned the first year they put you up. They are very, very. The security company that I work for is very, very gracious. I mean, we get paid very well. I'm considering Georgia is at the federal minimum wage of $7.50 an hour.
Wow.
So So, and they put us up, they give us per diem, they give us money for dinner, but the accommodations are lacking. So last year it was probably the worst part of doing this. So this year, like 2 weeks after we left Augusta, I already have an Airbnb that we're renting for the week. That's like 5 miles from there, and I'm not messing around. I'm not sleeping in all my clothes and being afraid of what's going to crawl on me, you know?
Right.
So Tiger Woods' nanny doesn't watch your kids?
Well, listen, I saw a lot of Tiger Woods' girlfriends at the Denny's. I'll tell you that much right now.
What?
I was at a Denny's one time, and Tiger was in there, and he's all over the waitress.
That was her.
Hold on, Jock's telling us the Tiger Woods story.
They have a Denny's.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm at a Denny's in Georgia, and there's Tiger, and he's hitting on every ugly waitress that there is there.
He should have went to Friendly's for $8.99.
Listen, they have a happy ending, I believe, at Friendly's. Called the Happy Ending Sunday, I believe.
You know way too much about that.
Yeah. Listen, I've been to many dinners at Friendly's with the gap in the children that I have between being 22, 16, and 8. You got to figure I've been to Friendly's many times.
Well, okay, I can understand. So you're going to be on once a month with us?
Well, listen, I already told you guys, and you should have already known this. I signed a 10-spot deal. I've only been there 3 times, I believe. So listen, I've got to fulfill that contract, or they take away my Kit Kats.
Did you sign anything?
I didn't
say, did you find something?
Sully, you don't worry about it, Sully. Listen, I think your spots are going to lessen and mine are going to increase.
Gotcha. What do you got, RJ?
Now, Augusta or Warrensburg?
What do you mean?
Cronins?
Cronins? Oh, listen, I would pick Cronins because I can shoot a decent score there. At Augusta, I believe it'd probably be in the 140s, for goodness sake. It's unbelievable.
When we go to Cronins, they treat us like gold up there.
Listen, they are phenomenal up there. But listen, you go down, and I'm telling you, let's say you get off the tee good and hit a good second shot. You're going to 3 or 4 putt every green at Augusta. It's like a parking lot.
I'm a great putter. It's like putting on glass.
RJ,
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's exactly what it is. And RJ's right.
With you, RJ, I know what's going to happen.
I know
the kiss mask is coming out.
Work with me.
And there's a reason I don't have clubs anymore.
Yeah,
I've broken many a club in my day. That's for sure.
Clubs?
Yeah, they're in the bottom of one of the water holes.
That's what I was.
At Shane Harper's course now.
My whole bag. Oh, yeah.
A whole bag of clubs in the hole.
Everything.
In that pond.
Yep, that's it. So you're gonna be with us once a month, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, listen, I can't wait. It's a good time, and the thing is about it is it's I guess the word is organic. I mean, it really is. You guys it just flows real good, and it's fun, and I love. And listen, my best episode was obviously when Sully was next to me. I mean, I love bouncing good ideas off of him. It's really fun.
Well, we're looking forward.
RJ and I had the most fun organic moment earlier.
I said organic.
Not orgasmic. Not orgasmic.
I didn't say orgasmic. You're not in those jelly beans. Sully's got those magic jelly beans.
Jock on the cheap seats on that one. Wow.
Way to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Jacques Quintel.
Hey, listen, guys, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time.
Looking forward to it, brother. We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Jacques. The king of bacon checking in there.
Wow,
nice job on that one, Seth.
Yeah, man. Beautiful.
Where was he?
Parts unknown.
No, he was.
If we have to pay his national grid bill, we will. I'm sure Jock's on
So it is. Oh no, it's not the town board night because that's the second.
No, he.
Tuesday.
I hope not.
I just said, hey. I said, where? And I go, can you call in? He goes,
Hell
yeah, I can call in. I'm home. He goes, you want me to make it look like I'm driving? I go,
no.
And I go, no. He goes, I'll just do the hit from my truck. I went, all right, sounds good.
Oh, man,
Dude, I would have done it from like my couch or something. Been like, hey,
In your-
boys, what's up?
In your bathrobe?
No, I do.
Do you have a bathrobe?
I actually do not own a bathrobe, man. I just like I got sweats and just
So
like t-shirts.
what's setting Sully up?
Hey, you know what it's time for?
It is time for what's setting off Sully. Hey, play the tune.
Play the tune.
Is it a snazzy
I
one?
can't hear it.
I can't hear it either.
No, it's more aggressive.
I was gonna say.
Sully is mad.
Sully is mad.
Certainly not
Sully.
bad.
What is setting Sully off?
Something's
Where's the-
going on
I don't know.
these days, and it's really
Well, that's
getting
fine because I
Sully
actually
off.
What's setting Sully off? Brought to you by
Sully.
Beans Country Store
I know.
on Ridge Road in Queensbury. And Sully, what, my friend, is setting you off this week?
All right, so I'm going to do it really quick, and then I've got questions for you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So what's setting me off this week? It's happened to every one of us. I go into a restaurant this week, and I see a buddy of mine I haven't seen in a while. I walk up and I go, "Hey, what's going on?" And his wife goes, "Hey, you just had shoulder surgery."
Oh, jeez.
Was it Adam?
How the fuck am I supposed to know?
Oh, for
Well, what? Right? How do I know
He's
that?
not wearing a
Not a
sling?
sling.
He was today.
Not a target. Not a thing that says, "Hey, don't hit my shoulder."
Right.
You can't be mad at me because I went up and went, "Hello," right?
Yeah, you would have slapped him in the ass or something else.
Well, yeah.
Did you know I had surgery last week on this very shoulder?
then you're an idiot too.
Just wanted to let everyone know their winter daily dinner specials coming up tomorrow for you. A Reuben or a Rachel sandwich on rye with a salad of choice of a deli salad, French fry, slice of pie, a 20-ounce soda.
You know what
for
else just set me off?
$16.99. You know what that
I can
means?
tell you.
That's paying bills.
All right, so a piece of pie, anything for a piece of pie. So,
Oh.
super chat.
Jeff Hamill super chatting in.
Oh,
talking about Dave Bengal's super chat earlier. He says, Dave Bengal, doubt it.
Wow.
why is he deep throwing a fish? Does anybody else see that?
Yeah, well, he likes fish sticks.
Can I sit?
That's exactly what
I was gonna say. Wow.
that's exactly what he's doing.
But that's not on a stick.
I want to stand up
That's
and give
exactly
you a standing
what he's
ovation. High five yourself. That was a good one.
Was that a blowfish?
No, it's Bengal.
No, I think it was just a puffer. Super chat.
Nathan Brimmer says, now the guy's wife is having jaw surgery.
Now listen though, I want to say one thing with Bengal. The best percussionist in the area. He lives up by West Mountain. Just if you're listening, Dave.
Okay.
He'll get it.
Super chat.
Dave Bengal says, I have pictures.
So this whole thing with you and Dave and JJ, Not JJ from Good Times, you know,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
He made up the whole thing.
I hope so for your sake.
Keep
I'm more
telling
of
it
a
that
Linda
way.
That sounds like a story you don't want to
like
tell.
that.
I have no
exactly.
idea.
Really don't know?
Yeah, no. He came up to me downstairs. I don't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah, he never met Dave Bengal before. He's from Long Island.
No, I met him.
You know.
So, what are the questions you
Yeah.
have?
Well,
Yeah.
so
All right,
again,
so here we
Dan,
go.
So seriously, Dan mentioned earlier that I love stand-up comedy.
Yes.
How do you handle hecklers nowadays?
I call him a fat bastard.
Get out.
I would never heckle you. I know better
It
than
does
that.
seem to be
Fair enough.
How do I handle hecklers?
Yeah,
You know,
so like it used to not be a thing, right?
Right.
I mean, if you used to heckle, it'd be like you're an asshole. But now it seems like it becomes more and more.
You know what it is? It's all the crowd work, really. I mean,
Well, you see it.
the comedians are more about the crowd work. How do you deal with
Yeah.
that? I guess.
well, actually, you know, the truth is, if they sense you're like you have command of the stage and you're not, I know I haven't had problems with hecklers in like a long time.
They're not coming after you.
It's because you just shut them down.
Well, no, I just get into my thing and I don't know what it is. I just very rarely do I have a problem with that. I did have a problem. I don't know if I could tell the story. It might shut down the show.
Sure, go ahead.
But, all right.
Hold on, there is.
We've done this 18
We just told Jeff Hamill that he was swallowing a fish.
Yes, there also is a disclaimer before the show, so you're all
Yes.
set.
Yes.
Oh, good. I don't gonna
And
tell.
we also mentioned you slept with Rosie O'Donnell. How
Exactly.
much worse can it be?
A lot worse.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna say,
the
you
good
should never
news
ever
is-
say that.
The good news is we could we could post this on endofmycareer.com. No, but so many years ago, I was working in Boston area, outside of Boston, Springfield, Mass. That's what it was. And I used to wear like a white shirt with suspenders. It was like red pants and
You were Sinbad?
yeah, kind of like
I was
Right.
thinking Robin Williams.
really
That
like
too.
like a Robin Williams. Not sure what I was trying to.
Yeah.
Sometimes black pants, but white sneakers. Anyway, so the MC goes up, first guy, right, and he gets places packed right up front. These three black guys. This is going to be it's going to be a racial thing.
That's all right.
So they start going heckling the hell out of this guy, and he's just getting killed. So I'm standing there. I was next. I'm going. They're not going to heckle me. I'm not going to, So anyway, I hit the stage, and I'm doing my thing right away. Whatever they say, nice sneakers. And I go, oh, thank you. I paid for mine.
So what happens then?
Well, wait.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. The whole crowd goes nuts because
Yeah.
they're the
You're
only
in
three.
Springfield.
Yeah. So then I go, hey, it's great to be here. I do a little comedy and magic. They go, we don't like magic. So I go, do you like black
I
magic?
knew that was coming.
So they're like, and the bouncers, I see them moving close, getting ready. So I go, you don't like magic? Then I go, all right, well, do you like singing? I could sing. I go back to Jamaica.
I would sound like that.
What's old is what's new. Go back to Jamaica. And they jump on the thing. And I'm like,
I remember that commercial.
yes, exactly. So the bouncers grab them, they throw them out, and the crowd goes nuts. They're like, love me. So I finish my show, and another comic goes on. I was like opening, whatever the headliner goes on. I get my money, getting paid, and now I'm walking out of the place.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm walking towards my car, and I see this van with the lights off.
Oh, no.
So I do one of these, and I turn.
Did you know the license plate?
No.
I do.
I gotta ask you a question.
Yes.
You see all these comedians on
Yeah.
TikTok and how big they've gotten. Have you thought about it?
No.
It's
Why?
I want to keep my career as quiet as possible.
Who would you
That's
watch
a good
now?
answer.
Who would I watch now?
And I know I don't want to get political or anything, but like
No.
so I know I watch like Jimmy Fallon's funny to me.
Yes. Great guy. Good
There's
guy.
another guy that is with him. He's hysterical.
I like Brian Regan. Brian
Yeah,
Regan.
yeah,
Brian
he's good.
Regan's awesome.
Yeah,
I've seen him twice.
he's a nice guy. I know,
Yeah.
but I know not because I know him. And
Name drop.
no, just nice guy. Yeah, nice
No,
guy.
he's one of those guys
But-
that
yeah.
not a swear word.
I don't
not
think
a-
there was.
clean,
I don't think there was
right?
White Castle in the van with the lights off.
That's
either.
right. Exactly.
No, but in the old days, they're getting back to now. at least just come on, let's bust on everyone. Jeez.
Well, yeah, like that guy Matt Rife, whatever. You know, I don't watch him, but
Rife is funny. I mean, because he's an equal opportunity kind of offender.
And
He'll just go after everybody, which
Good.
is what comedy I think it used to be that way back in the day. You know what I mean? I mean, you'd look at a guy like one of my favorite comics of all time is Sam Kinison. Man.
Yes, Sam.
I mean, think about trying to do Sam Kinison 5 years ago.
Right.
No, you can't.
You couldn't have.
You couldn't. COVID was around.
Did you watch the Saturday Night Live special?
No, I heard it was.
Yeah, they did, and there were things on that. There were things on that they didn't do. Like they wanted to have Eddie Murphy do buckwheat.
Yeah, that's right.
And they didn't.
Dude.
And they said that they weren't. But they said they weren't. They said they didn't have him do it because that was one of the skits.
Mr. Robertson's Neighborhood.
Yeah, that was the other one. They tried both of them.
And that's the thing. It's like you're so filtered now. You know,
they're trying to get back.
Yeah. So let me ask you this about comedy, because I've seen a bunch of comedy shows as well too. And what strikes me is that there are comedians that can go up there and be funny as hell without dropping one single F-bomb, without swearing or whatever, and doing that. And then there are others that think they're Eddie Murphy on crack or steroids or whatever.
Too much.
That every other word is, you know, and you know, because we saw it the other night. We, you know, when
a lot of F-bombs
there were, and what happened was, like 3/4 of the room was with the comedians. And then there was a quarter of the room that was actually like a hostile.
Yeah, but you know what? But I think you get that with all comedy shows now. In my opinion, you're going to get a guy like Vinnie. Yeah, because.
Do you understand the demographic you were with the other night?
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I mean.
Young crowd.
So so Vinnie, you had 4 tables of 60 and 70-year-old ladies.
They were 70s.
Okay, then you had another half that were
70.
No, let's say 40 to 50.
Yep.
Okay,
right.
So how do you play to that?
Well,
I mean,
I play to it fine. I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, I love that. I mean, you read the room, like you said. That guy didn't read the room.
Oh no,
you don't attack someone. You don't. But the problem is, there's amateurs.
I thought he got better.
He got better towards the end of the show. He still wasn't.
How much did you pay to get in for that?
$25. Who cares?
Yeah, they do it for
But
charity.
for 25,
the headliner
they're not
killed.
paying to see.
Yeah, the headliner.
And she showed off her butthole.
Well, not there.
But for $25,
that was another $25.
I can't wait till Vinny gets his OnlyFans page up.
Don't give me any ideas over here.
I missed it.
Her claim to fame is that she's a millionaire because she does.
She has an OnlyFans account.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I've learned about you do the sexy things or something.
Yeah, whatever. And she shows off her butthole, and that's what she's made.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
and that's her claim. And
a friend of mine told me she really does do.
Oh boy.
On that.
A friend.
A friend.
I was going to say, I'm sorry, but
a friend of
a friend, yeah.
Was it Jeff B?
But so
I gotta know.
Yeah. So
God.
But how do they? Because they're putting asses in seats. No
Yeah.
pun. No pun intended.
As long as we got the holes. That's all.
So I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
It's setting Sully off.
No.
Position over here.
No, so legit. So I do a huge Christmas party every year, and every year I try to have different entertainment.
Oh boy, you're getting
220 people, 250 people. These people see each other once a year. The comedian gets up, and no one will stop talking. How do you handle that?
That's a bad booking.
It's my fault.
No, it's not your fault.
I'm not being fun.
Well, it's a bad book because I've turned down weddings. People want to hire me for a wedding. Oh,
why would anybody want to?
Oh, I never thought about.
And I just was
Really?
I was just downstairs. I got an inquiry about a gig, and they wanted for me to do a 50th birthday party, and the guy wanted 90 minutes. But getting back to your
90 minutes?
Yeah, and I said no. But anyway, Christmas party, wrong. I mean, because people haven't seen each other, they're coworkers,
And that's what.
or they have seen each other, and they want to
Fucking
talk.
ingenious.
They want to talk. They
So
want,
you would even take the gig?
well, unless I stopped. I mean, I will take it if they get me on super early before everybody gets hammered. I usually have the president of the company go up, thank everybody for a wonderful year, all that bullshit, and say that's what it is.
So
I have a special gift for you.
Right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you
And hand the audience to me.
so if you find yourself in that situation though, where they're drowning, how do you handle it?
Well, I do what I just said. I make sure that
Yeah.
I make sure
You don't put yourself in the situation.
No. I have the president or the guy that's signing their checks say, hey, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah.
And this guy's great. I want
It doesn't
you.
work for me.
Yeah.
You're not the president of the company.
That's my fucking party.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah, but you gotta, you gotta say,
good tonight. Actually.
you gotta say, hey, you
Yeah,
know,
but hold on. You brought in the one comedian that was funny, but go ahead. Let me ask you a question.
You brought in a guy that you did this already and it didn't work.
Oh, I've done this a few. So I've had a hypnotist. Yeah, I've had 5
The
or 6
hypnotist was funny.
Hypnotist was great. Hypnotist can be fun, but yeah.
No, I've had 5 or 6 comedians. The most Jeff Leeson. Familiar with Jeff Leeson?
Yeah, good.
So I had Jeff 2 years ago. He was killer.
Okay.
Expensive. It was expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, for my budget, it was expensive.
Yep. Oh, boy.
And he does crowd work. And he told me at the end, because that was one of the hardest rooms I've ever worked.
Yeah.
And that's what he does, though.
What about that other?
Why are you making me do this?
Because I want.
You don't have to mention that.
No,
but
you
somebody.
Can,
no, I'll tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I hired a crippled comedian.
And he didn't have me for free.
In a wheel, was he in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Did he get on a roll? No. That's terrible.
As someone who has cerebral palsy, that was funny. That was funny.
We don't have time. There's such a horrible story to that, though.
Now, why did you hire that guy? I want to answer that because
microphone up at your face.
I hired that guy. I saw him on. Oh no, I know. Jeff Mead in the Heritage Hall had a King of Comedians night.
King of Comedians?
Well, they had like 7 or 8 comedians.
You were there.
No.
You had 7 or 8 comedians.
I do the Queens of Comedy.
I sure fucked one. The Glen Cross Circuit. Who was there?
All right. So you saw
at the
King's... Yeah, and they all voted. Whoever that's what so the top guy's name was Darren DiCenzo.
Oh yeah, that's hysterical.
And he was in a wheelchair, and it's not a great story. That when he was a kid, he was.
Do you like fish sticks? You're gonna hate us tomorrow.
Driving through New Hampshire, and his car collided with a moose.
Oh,
fucking funny now.
No,
but he has a story. Whoa.
As a story,
he probably should do a one man.
Huh?
His car collided with a moose?
Yeah. Real deal.
Yeah.
Wow. Where?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah. Okay. That happened.
I'm sorry, buddy.
So
he's not dead yet.
All right.
So paralyzed. So anyway, I see him at that show. We have a great night that night, which is another story. I hire him for my family Christmas party.
Right.
Well, that night he was kind of mild. So the night of my Christmas party, he goes, how clean do I got to keep it? You don't have to keep it clean at all. Just go for it.
Yeah, it's a Christmas party. Let the F-bombs go.
Well,
yeah, that wasn't a smart move.
Yeah.
Bing Crosby would say.
Yeah.
It was bad. I mean, I loved every second of it, but I had a couple tables get up and leave.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
It was a thing.
And that's what happens. You gotta
I loved every second.
You gotta have the right.
Did you enjoy it more as you saw people walking out?
Yeah, exactly. I did.
I think that says more about you. So I love you, buddy. I'm throwing that out.
You got to have the right act to do it, and that's what happens. A lot of times, certain acts, I don't know, are just not appropriate for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying.
Fair enough.
Scott Baker and I show that we do Christmas parties, we do corporate parties because we're interactive. We get the people involved in the show too. So
how does that work with you? I mean, because I know that you do the show, and
it's kind of like whose line is it anyway type of show.
And how tough? I mean, you have to. Is that just all off the top of the head? You go in with certain bullet points.
We have exactly a rough structure, but we get. Yeah, it's kind of like what we did years ago. Like I said, with the Laughter Company with Rosie and Eddie. And
do you like a good cop, bad cop thing though?
No, not even that. It's just it's almost like not theater games, but we do a couple of things where we get a person up and it just really is. It's great. It's just very interactive. Hard to explain on this format, but this platform.
But I get whose line is it anyway? Is one of my favorite shows. It's just it's brilliant. I mean,
and that's got to be the hardest type of comedy.
It is, right? I mean, because we don't know what the person's going to do,
right?
And we have to
make
it. And
it's all improv, right?
Yes, exactly.
And Ryan Styles is my favorite on that show.
Yeah, he's a killer. Right.
I think the thing about it is that when you're you working with us, you're a pro. We're just chuckleheads here at a table.
No, you guys are fun.
But
you all know each other.
It's when you have pros working with people that aren't. You have to be able to. Once again, you have to read the people you're working with as well too.
Right, sure, yeah. And we have certain little signals, obviously, to, and thing. But it makes it work. And the thing is, like, again, getting back to your question, Christmas party, if you're the president or what, we would probably get
or the host or whatever,
him up or her up, and then do something with it. And it would get focus. You know,
Who's the funniest comedian you ever worked with?
the funniest? Funniest. Let's see. Funniest would be Rodney.
Oh, really? You worked for Rodney? No shit.
In Vegas.
No. You opened for Rodney? You opened for Rodney?
I opened for Rodney on the most iconic.
Wow! No way.
Where?
Work it out, baby. Okay.
Wow!
I got great offstage Rodney stories that'll blow you.
Tell us one.
All right.
Come on, please. And it can be that one.
Okay.
The one you just thought of first. Make it that one.
Really?
Can you said yet?
All
No.
right. Well,
make it that
all
one.
right. It was the iconic first of all week that
Right?
we were at Caesar's Palace, supposed to be for 7 nights, right? Supposed to be for 7 nights. So opening,
Supposed to be?
Supposed to be.
Well, if you remember, there was a big lawsuit. If you fact check it. Anyway, so we first night I open, show goes fine. He comes out. You know, I mean, they're not there to see me, obviously, but I get through it. He crushes, and backstage they have a beautiful steam room. Anyway, one of the valves or something's. And his eyes get burned from the steam. I mean, literally.
And his bug eyes are buggier?
What's that?
His bug eyes got buggier?
Yeah. Well, he got burned. It was actually, what was wild was I'm sitting on the couch just kind of hanging out, and he comes flying out half naked. Hey, man, what the fuck's happening here? So his eyes get torched, right? So he goes to the hospital. Now the shows are canceled day to day. And this is, I didn't realize, people plan a year in advance to go see him.
Yeah.
Trips are involved. Sure. So now he has these big, the big black glasses, and he keeps going.
My father wore those for the last 3 years of his life.
Right. So the next day he's going, hey, fellas, I don't think there's going to be a show, And he's going, look at me, my eyes are very tender, very tender. My eyes are very tender. So we cancel. Was it Monday night?
I've never heard eyes referred to as tender.
Yeah, right. Oh, wait.
Tender.
Very tender, So then the next night, cancel. He goes to a specialist every morning. We find out by lunchtime if we're doing a show or not. So we're eating dinner. It's me and his Stafford, his bodyguard is like twice the size of you. And businessman.
Snacks 2.0.
We're eating dinner. And now this is like Wednesday. And I said, wow, I'm thinking this, we didn't have a show that night. So I said, wow, just silly me. I go, I never been to a professional fight. George Foreman was fighting like in town that Friday night. So I go, wow, it's too bad. I would love to have seen the fight.
What year was this?
Whatever. I don't even.
Was it when Foreman made his comeback?
Probably.
Fat Foreman or early Foreman?
Fat Foreman.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
So early 90s.
Yeah. So he goes, we're going to the fights. So I'm like, oh, well, I thought we have a show.
You went to a
My eyes are very tender. So then, and we're out. Now he's gambling, we're out. We're having dinners. I mean, just unbelievable. So the last night he does the show. So we did opening night, and then we do closing night. Now I get off stage, and normally his tie is ready, and it's, ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Dangerfield, and the band comes, and he comes, his tie's undone, and he's not the same. I see him standing there, and he's like, and right as they introduce him, he goes to the stage manager, bring up the house lights. And he walks out on stage, and the crowd's going nuts, and he grabs one, he goes, okay, I'm not going on. Now, let me pause it right there. What had happened was he had a meeting at 4:00 with Caesars. They played all the video of us eating dinners, with signs, gambling. They said, we're giving you half pay.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't like that. So he goes, I'm not going on. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. And the crowd laughs. They think it's a joke,
No way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, man. And we're at the fights, by the way. We're at the fights. Friday night. When they introduce everybody ringside, we have this one. When they introduced him, boo, everybody booed him. Yeah, because he was supposed to be performing.
And they cheered for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, he comes off stage. People are going nuts. He didn't do the show. People are scrambling around, and he looks right at me. I'll never forget. And he goes, they want to play hardball. We're going to play fucking hardball, okay? And he sits down. Anyway, big lawsuit for like 3 years. It finally got settled. He won. He won. He won. The punchline of the story is I didn't get paid.
Hey, you're not getting paid tonight either, man. I'll buy you a beer downstairs.
Hey, you got no respect.
I know. I said my wallet's very tender, you know.
What was his business partner?
Totally forgot about me.
Hey,
But
really?
no. But once it was settled, I got paid not a dime more. You know, it was really.
But you got to see George Foreman.
the one with the business partner. He's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
you're real.
You know
real
who?
workaholic.
You know who did the undercard? And I'm not a boxing fan, but it was my first boxing thing too. Michael Nunn, remember Michael?
Oh yeah, I do.
He did a backflip after he won too. It was like he was like a.
You don't do that in your shows.
No,
do you?
not my show, not anymore.
No, okay.
I left that.
to.
I used to,
Right.
not anymore.
Back in the day.
But I went and got food. We were ringside, and I'll tell you about boxing. I never was at a boxing match. That's tremendous.
Oh, it's unreal.
Boom, boom. And I was like, so I went and got hot dogs and beers for everybody. So I went.
See, it really bothered you.
So I went. Yeah. So I went.
Body's a temple.
Throw up. But anyway, so I'm buying, and I'm broke, pretty much struggling comic. So I remember it was like $175 for everything. I bought it for everybody, and I'm walking with the stuff, and a guy gets punched, and the spray comes and goes. And Rodney looks at me and goes, put it down, and I had to put it down. No one drank it or
Yeah.
and I was like, remember sitting there going, it's like $175.
Yeah, really. And I'm not getting paid. And
I'm not getting paid.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that was
That's cool.
But he did settle. He settled. He won.
Very cool.
So the opposite of the spectrum.
Okay, yeah.
How do you handle it when you bomb?
When you
Because you must have had a tough night.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
nice, yeah.
So
Well, I remember when
so how
first
do you work through
that first
How do
night.
you work through a night like that?
You just keep drudging forward and try, just get through it. Yeah, I mean, I remember that night, the first opening night. As soon as I walked out, I heard before I even said a word, Rodney, and I'm like, holy shit. But yeah, you just kind of navigate through it. I mean,
So besides
Luckily-
Rodney, would you?
that was my favorite comic to work.
Where would you put like Dave Chappelle? He's my favorite. He's
great.
hysterical to me.
He's great. Yeah, he's a funny guy. Yeah, great.
Eddie Murphy hasn't done anything in 40 years.
Yeah. So of all the comics today, who's your guy? Who do you think is?
Well, I have a tough thing with that. Like, live, living, or dead. Today,
no, alive right now.
Live
If
right
you could go see a comic tomorrow, who would
Jim Gaffigan's actually funny, but he has to work like 3 years to do a show. I mean,
Right.
he is
I
funny.
mean, I would like pay and I'm friends. I enjoy watching Brian Regan. He just
Yeah,
cracks me up,
I
you know.
like Brian. I've seen
Brian
him
Regan. It's
two
just
times.
it's weird. I mean, my favorite comic of all times was Don Rickles, who's
the King. We talked about
and Jackie Mason. Jackie Mason.
Oh.
These are older.
Those are classics right there.
Well, the generation way before us,
Right.
I always considered like Jackie Gleason to be the king.
Yes.
And then the rest of them were all.
I remember when I was
watched those Dean
Right.
Martin roasts, and
they
filled.
they all filled theaters
everywhere
without showing their ass on a thing.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
It's
I remember being 13, listening to Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip.
Right.
Wow.
That was I listened to comedy albums that young. He's dying to do a super chat.
Super chat.
There are quite a few. Sully,
yeah,
the new spokesperson for Call Us Crippled, Not Disabled Foundation.
Oh boy.
He was known. That's what he went by.
Yeah.
That was what his handle was.
He's on the IR.
He was on the invitations.
The crippled comedian. That's
Yeah, I asked permission. He was fine with that.
King of Bacon says, "Easy, Sully,
Like
you're
the
popping a
unknown
boner." Easy.
Oh, Jennifer.
Three fingers in.
Three fingers Sully.
Nathan Brimmer says,
Thank you.
"Sully begging for this story supports this statement."
You know what? The thing is, if you know Sully like I do, Sully is a huge fan of comedy. He goes to comedy
love
shows
it.
all over.
Oh, do you?
And
absolutely.
It doesn't matter if they're headliner, big names.
They don't even have to be walking.
No,
I'll tell you what, some of my favorite nights.
He's a necrophiliac.
You ever do Saratoga?
Did they ever do what?
Saratoga Comedy Works?
I had the original. I owned Saratoga Comedy Club.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Are you
then,
like that?
yeah.
So when you go in there, the names that have played in that place are absolutely amazing. But
Yeah.
I go in there amateur night. It's
yeah,
fun.
it's
Yeah,
fun.
no,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just-
No,
I
no,
love
it's great.
Sully
there's
grabs
so
the
many
mic during
comedians.
amateur night.
That's you know what I know.
I think you
I
could.
know how big that is to you because I mean that is your jam.
That's
I mean
my-
it really
one of
is.
my most favorite things.
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Oh, absolutely.
We're gonna
I've
bring you
seen
to
all
a
of
show.
albums?
Did you go see Bill at SPAC?
No, I saw him at Worcester.
I know.
At
I know
Worcester,
you didn't
Mass.
see him
I
at
caught
SPAC
that
because I
show.
opened for him at SPAC.
All right, so we talked about this earlier,
Okay, yeah.
and you apparently don't remember.
I don't remember.
Vinnie Mark played at a Sullivan family and friend Christmas party.
I did a Christmas party.
Yeah. Back in the 90s at the American Legion in South Glens Falls.
Wow.
For what company we allowed to say?
It was
it was your family.
Yeah, it was my family.
Your dad,
Sullivan
right?
family and friend Christmas party.
Oh, wow.
And
it's a now defunct business.
Was it any good?
I was a kid. Yeah, you were killers.
Oh, okay.
You opened up for Rodney.
My eyes are very tender, you know.
Hey, and it's time for another Super Chat.
King of Bacon says, "Great impersonation, Vinny."
That was
Well,
dead
it's
on.
the offstage Rodney that I used to really enjoy.
I think
he said three things. Rodney said three things off stage.
Let me get you guys.
Off stage, he would say, because I watched him how he handled the public. He would say, "This is really funny." Now we're going to go around the room. It is what it is. Okay, baby, all right. And it's tough to work it out. Now, these are the three things. It is what it is. Hey, man, it's tough to work it out. And okay, baby, all right. Now, you can ask me any question about anything, any topic, and those three answers apply. Ask me. Go ahead, ask me a question.
Did you sleep well last night?
Hey, man, it is what it is.
Go, Sully.
How is Rosie O'Donnell?
Hey, it's tough to work it out.
Johnny?
Did you have anything good to eat last night?
Hey, okay, baby, all right.
Shadow.
How you liking your experience so far?
Hey, it is what it is. Oh, we're back.
Top or bottom with Rosie?
Hey, it's tough to work it out.
Really tough.
Snacks.
In the shower or on the floor.
Fuck fish sticks.
Whoa.
And with that, we'll take our final break. Talkin Smack returns right after this.
That's the delivery.
Oh my God. Fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
That was good.
By High Society in Hudson Falls, located at 345 Main Street in Hudson Falls. This dispensary offers cannabis enthusiasts a chance to indulge in the brand's premium products, including the highly sought-after Bubble Hash and Frosted Hash Ball. With an emphasis on quality and potency, Silly Nice continues to set standards for cannabis products that elevate the user's experience. For use only for adults 21 and over, keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the Poison Center. Consume responsibly. By Allen B. Powers CPA. The Allen B. Powers firm is one of the leading firms in the area. By combining our expertise and experience and the energy of our staff, each client receives close personal and professional attention. Their high standards, service, and specialized staff spell the difference between outstanding performance and the other firms. We make sure that every client is served by the expertise of the whole firm. Allen B. Powers firm is responsive. Companies who choose the firm rely on competent advice and fast, accurate personnel. They provide total financial services to individuals, large and small businesses, and other agencies too. Their high service quality and raving fan clients are the result of commitment to excellence. Allen B. Powers will answer all of your questions as they impact both your tax and financial situations. The Allen B. Powers Agency welcomes you to contact them anytime. And by Jim's Glass Service, 6 2nd Street in Queensbury. Jim's Glass Service. Hey! Thanks for the break. Jim's Glass Service offers the best service for all your commercial and residential glass and window needs. A division of Fish's Majestic Enterprises. Jim's Glass Service is a trusted glass company located in Queensbury, specializing in both commercial and residential glass services. With their team of skilled professionals, they provide top-notch glass installations and repairs, ensuring customer satisfaction and quality craftsmanship. Jim's Glass Service. Hey, thanks for the break. Brought to you by Old School Pest Control at oldschoolpestcontrol.com. John Herbley, the owner of Old School Pest Control, has over 20 years of experience in pest control, providing top-level pest control and putting your needs first. Do you have a pest problem? Old School Pest Control can handle any of your pest issues, walking you through the process to help you understand why Old School Pest Control does what they do. Old School Pest Control provides home and commercial pest control services. Whatever your pest problem is, whether it's big or small, Old School Pest Control has the knowledge to get your pest problems taken care of efficiently and in a timely manner. Give John Herbley a call now for your pest control problems at 518-724-6440 or online at oldschoolpest.com.
People that RJ works with, they say, when can we get that RJ? You want to turn this up just a little bit there? Thank you, sir. Thank you. We're back with Talkin Smack live from the Bullpen. Our special guest tonight, Vinnie. Mark, you just made Sully's Christmas right there.
Oh, I didn't realize. Thank you.
Oh, because he is such a huge fan of comedians and I know how much he appreciates it. I mean, we go see local acts and everything like that, and we have fun. It's fun. People are in different parts, and they're working their magic and working on their craft and everything like that, and I get that. And Sully has an appreciation like nobody I've ever been with before, as far as that stuff goes. So when we go to shows, we always have fun, and it doesn't matter if they're the best comedian in the world. But telling that story, that story about Dangerfield, you just made his year right there. That was awesome.
I'm going to try to play back on my mind the Christmas party. Now I'm thinking about it.
That was
a long time ago.
Yeah, that was like early 90s.
Who's music for that one? It wasn't us.
I know the music. I think may have been
Spandau Ballet.
It was either Bobby Howard of the Magic Band.
Oh my God!
Or it would have been. We used to have a DJ called Big Daddy Doo-Wop.
Oh yeah, I know. I knew
Big Daddy
used to play it. Yeah, no, it's the Magic Band. Now, did you pay them beforehand, or did you?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going there.
That's a funny story.
It's about okay.
Well, I mean, it was one of the worst days of your life.
Hey.
Wait, just leave it later.
Yeah, you just stop.
All right. Do we have one?
Yes.
Super chat.
Nathan Brimmer says
Jesus.
It's surprising that Vinnie would suppress the memory of performing at an American Legion.
I should block that on my mind.
Yeah, there were a lot of blocks there.
He didn't start out at the fucking Hollywood Bowl.
No.
But believe me, to a manic question, what's the biggest crowd you ever played in front of?
Actually, it was SPAC.
You opened up for who again?
Bill Burr.
That's right too.
It's funny because they've got comedians.
Did I know that? I would have went to that.
They've got comedians lined up for this year at SPAC. When you're playing something that big, do you find that person, or do you work like that where you got to find your bitch?
No.
Or do you just?
Well, I cheated. I mean, you got the screens, but I'm local, so I used the local hook. So
okay.
I just did all local stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just like because I only had to do 12, 15 minutes or something.
I mean, I've seen Talkin Smack Crew in there.
Who's that?
We get the Talkin Smack Crew in there. We'll go.
What? We're going to be soul trained dancers?
Yeah, there you go. I can hear you yelling. Fuck the fish
sticks. Jim Brewer? You a Jim Brewer guy?
Jim Brewer, I never met. He's from Long Island also. I never met, but I like his stuff. He's great. Yeah.
There's so many that are out there.
Do you try to stay away from the political stuff?
Yeah.
That's
because
I think you divide your audience.
Why split your crowd? Yeah, I mean, I used to work cruise ships all the time, and it's funny. Back then, they used to say we'd rather have a safe show than a funny show.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan said it the best.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
Yeah, and I saw a comedian too.
Yeah, they want a safe
The comedian we saw was Harlan Williams.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't he? Yeah,
he's great. Yep.
Didn't he drink the pee?
What?
No, but
Harlan Williams was the motorcycle cop in Dumb and Dumber. That drank the pee.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
I don't fucking recommend it. I'm just saying that.
I just need a little more.
Does have a little
context.
aftertaste.
No, but Dan Michael Jordan
Certainly
said
not
it the
Mountain
best.
Dew.
He said Republicans buy shoes too. He never got.
That's why he wasn't a comedian.
I get that because my radio show.
He was an assassin.
I stay completely away from politics.
Me too.
You have to.
You have to, and it's just one of those things because people get sick of it. They're all. I mean, it's like this show. And I hear that from our viewers that we stay away from that, and because it is, they can feel free to laugh and just joke around with it, and I get that, and I respect that because there are people that are much smarter in those veins than we are. So why try to do something that would be put on or just? Forced is the right word.
It's funny. I was at a comedy show last week. You went to see Ismo.
Yeah. How many comedy shows do you go to?
I go to
he goes to a lot
of them. And he killed. But the guy before him started out, was okay, and then he went political, and you could hear the air. You could fucking hear the air just fall out of the room because instantly.
I count how many times he says fuck.
Yeah. No, you could feel it inside the whole atmosphere. Just really, here we go. You're gonna do this.
Yep.
Yeah. No matter which side you're on, I think you're sick of hearing it.
You do.
You get tired of it.
I don't have to swear to make a point.
No.
I can just look at. I don't care if it's a 4-year-old kid or a 90-year-old lady that comes in here. I can talk to them. I don't want to say blah this, blah blah.
Yeah. What show are you doing? No.
Thank you, Vinnie.
Actually, you know what?
He's a bartender, man. He performs every single day of his life.
I know. You hear all the stories.
And he doesn't even get the copay afterwards.
So you said that you worked with
These people ask me advice. I'm like, oh, my wife is.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, ask.
Not on the night we offered it.
That was because
the super chats were down that night.
there was a glitch in.
Vinny,
I wore my bathrobe.
That's
And
right.
I-
The bathrobe put the
I'm
glitch
gonna
in the
say-
matrix.
I'm not even going to say the words that I said, but I'm going to mention if you watch Looney Tunes when you go home and Yosemite Sam's on there.
Just stop. Just stop.
Say Yosemite Sam fast 3 times.
Yosemite Sam, Yosemite Sam, Yosemite Sam.
Wow.
That's pretty
Nice
good.
job,
Did you
RJ.
ever open for him?
I've been going since one.
This guy drinks like he's going to electric chair.
I would just pour it on me if I was going in.
So you said you worked with Bob Nelson?
Yes, Bob Nelson and I are dear friends. He actually got me started in the
Jiffy
business.
Jeff.
A lot of people.
Dude, I love Jiffy Jeff, man.
Yeah.
Who's
yeah.
Bob? Who?
Hey,
Bob Nelson.
helmet.
He does the helmet and the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
He actually played
did like
football.
an HBO one night
yelling
stand
at
him.
back
Yes.
in the day. Oh
Yep.
man, I used to
Hysterical.
love New Year's Eves.
Yes.
Back in the day in HBO because they used to run those
Right.
all night long.
Yeah,
man.
They were all Rodney.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually worked on 2 of those specials.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget, I love. Yep. Worked with him.
They were all phenomenal.
What'd you do with Saget?
Jiffy Jeff, man.
Siena College. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Open from there. Super nice guy. But
He was a dirty guy.
yeah.
You would expect
Yeah,
that,
he was
right?
blue.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think a lot of people know this at this table that you were in Grown Ups.
Yes. Well, I did it.
You were in Grown Ups?
Just a small part at the
love
end.
grown-ups.
Kevin
How did I
James?
not,
At the
how
end.
have I not spotted you?
You got to watch. It's the guy with the white ass.
Right. Exactly.
Oh,
I'm at the
yeah,
end.
That narrows it down.
I go, my eyes are very tender. No.
Where are
I'm
you
at
in
the-
Grown Ups?
You know Steve Buscemi when he's in the
Yeah.
body cast?
Doing the thing?
Yeah, I'm in the grandstand right next to him, and he's talking to me, and then we're the ones that carry him off at the end. So
Do you
I'm in-
still
I'm
get
in a
checks?
Red shirt. What's that?
Do you still get checks from Grown Ups?
Not anymore. No.
No residuals from No,
Dude,
he gets the
Sandler doesn't remember you?
It's funny. You see that show, like they replay that on, I don't know if it's FX or
every night.
Yeah, it does seem like
My
you can
friend-
come across it every
My
couple
friend who
weeks.
I was just in South Carolina was in that movie, Richie Minervini, and he had a principal role, speaking role. He was in the basketball. He
In the
played
game?
cardio. He was the one that ate the cannoli.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
So he keeps getting checks. That's
Oh.
There you go.
Did you go to Saudi too?
Yeah, I went to Iraq, Afghanistan. We did a
Two
USO
of
show.
you. Really?
USO show.
USO shows. That's
show.
awesome.
We did.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, 29 shows in 31 days. Yeah, and
Wow.
yeah, that was.
And how
pretty-
appreciative of those guys when you go out?
So
It's
appreciative.
got to be.
That's what I used to say. The shows were 90 minutes, me and 2 other comics, 30. But the meet and greets after were 5 hours.
Yeah.
Talking to the guys.
Yeah.
Did you ever eat an MRE?
I didn't hear what you-
Not on purpose.
Did you get to eat an MRE?
No, we had fish sticks.
we didn't have fish sticks in a bag.
He is going to so kill us tomorrow. He's going to.
Dude, I'm locking my studio door tomorrow.
Vinny, you're gonna go back and watch this. You're gonna go watch that episode too, are you? So you know exactly what I get when I see it next. I'm gonna be like,
I know. But they had Will you ask me about food or what?
Yeah,
so
MREs.
MREs, meals ready to eat. They come in the
Oh
bag.
yeah, they gave me one.
Yeah. Oh,
They gave me one.
Which
yeah.
one did you get?
I don't have opened it.
It's home in his closet.
Yeah, I have,
It's probably
Next to
still
Rosie.
good. You can eat it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
but what's amazing is on the base, some of the bases, obviously, that all these, you don't realize all these companies bring in, like, McDonald's and Taco Bell. They set up portables, and there was an Italian pizzeria from Brooklyn brought in the big pizza oven.
Yeah,
the real one. With
They
the
bring it right. They bring everything in there.
and they bring and that's the whole thing. They said we bring home.
What were you
home to
bitching
them.
about?
No, when they do the USO shows, they bring
Yeah.
in. They bring everything.
Yeah.
All the,
They bring everything.
Fucking Bob
It was-
Hope. Or,
Yeah.
no, they just no.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't around when they did Bob
Oh,
Hope.
that's
but-
my third.
We were 2 weeks behind Toby Keith. I'm sorry, 2 weeks behind the Dallas Cowgirls, and Toby Keith was 2 weeks.
Who did you tour with? Who was out there with you?
It was me and John Mulrooney.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Funny dude.
nice. Okay.
And Richie Minervini, the guy who
Yeah.
ate the.
He ate the
And,
cannoli.
and I bet you those $45 rooms look really nice. In
Yes,
comparison
they did, yeah.
to what the sleeping
They sure
arrangements
did.
were like in Iraq.
Yes, we were in Kuwait, and we got permission to stay in Radisson, a hotel.
Oh, really?
Because we had to sleep on because we went out to some.
Where was that? Like a downtown Chicrete? I mean, where do you?
Whoa!
I mean,
yeah.
Downtown where?
Decree.
You've been there?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Idiot savant. Remember?
Do you know that?
He's never been to Kuwait. You know why? No booze.
Jay pulls out to
There's no booze in Iraq.
No booze in Iraq.
No booze.
Oh, I'm not going. I'm just saying.
to Crete.
We did meet the prince. We met the prince at the pool at the Radisson.
Really? The prince was there?
Well, one of the princes. I don't know.
There's a bunch of them.
There was
Hopefully it wasn't Andrew.
How we knew was he had the bottle, and he had a couple of his friends, and they were drinking. So we swam over in the pool, and he was.
Hey, funny man.
He invited us for dinner. We had dinner with him. That was a whole.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you get pat down when you go to dinner with the prince?
No, they were. Once they found out we were doing USO shows, they invited us. But
no $8.99 happy endings.
No. Okay.
So did you ever feel like you were in any danger?
We got fired upon.
No shit.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We got
really.
Is it friendly?
We met the general after that. Yeah, it was they launched a mortar and it hit the airstrip.
That's in Kuwait.
In Iraq, it was in Baghdad, actually, outside of Baghdad.
My brother Joe, whose birthday is today. Happy birthday, Joe!
Happy birthday,
Joey was in the Coast Guard and was they sent them over to Kuwait. I think this is like 2001, 2002, and they sent him over there. What they were doing was they were taking bombs and things off of booby trap boats in the Iraqi waterways, and they were staying in Kuwait. Well, his boat was kidnapped. So there were natives that came and kidnapped him. So then what ends up happening? What ends up happening is that he calls me. He goes, "Danny, our boat was hijacked. We're back. We're okay. Love you. Bye." That is literally the whole phone call. And at that, and I'm going to an Ice Hawks game that night.
Wow.
So now I've got goosebumps just thinking about it.
No.
And it's just like, you were in the service, but that's.
You see it on TV.
whole.
Yeah, I have a whole different thing about war. After you see it on TV, but when you're there, and you see,
you have a whole new respect for it.
Oh,
for what
these young kids. I mean, it was like, we were at a post 150 meters. I think what a mile. I don't know, meters from
kilometers
from. I don't know what it was, but from
over there. You studied that.
Over there. All I know is Iran was right over there.
Jimmy Carter was president when he was young.
Eyes intended.
Eyes
The
intended.
metric system. It was going to be huge.
I couldn't do it.
Black Hawk helicopters, right? That's how we flew. Black Hawk helicopters. And by the way, the second day, we always have two, And I'm like, I finally asked they have like these bodyguards, whatever you want to call it. I go, why do we have two helicopters always? We all get them one.
Cover?
You know the reason.
For cover, right?
Yeah. No, in case we get shot down, he says, they can come down and hopefully recover us. And I went, shot down.
I'm not going at
all.
Did you have to pull kind of a Richard Engels situation and have to have the helmet?
Oh, I should have sent you. Yeah, I have.
Who's that guy?
I have pictures like
that's
that.
Richard Engels.
Oh, yeah,
He's
I bet you had the Kevlar and everything.
He goes out to like all these big countries.
Yeah,
was he really there?
He gets paid very handsomely.
Yeah, just in traveling, full.
Wow.
Very cool. Tell you, Vinnie, you look pretty good in that picture, right?
Can I segue into another comedy question for you?
Absolutely, yes.
So one of my favorite guys is Artie Lang. Tell me your best Artie Lang story.
I never met Artie Lang.
No way.
You did.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I had dinner with Artie Lang once.
Oh, yeah.
It was a weird,
I was gonna say, is that a good
uncomfortable.
or a bad?
It was a weird, uncomfortable experience.
So the owner of the comedy,
but great talent, though, in my opinion.
Yes, the owner of the Comedy Works.
Yes,
is
that's
his manager.
That's where I met him.
Right. That's
how I met him. Anyway,
is his manager, and I never met Artie. I know he's. He went through a lot, and he's evidently doing better.
I hope so.
Yeah, you don't hear much from him. I mean,
I know he's one of Lisa's favorites.
Oh my God, he was such a talent, and then to see it.
And I was good friends with Jackie. I am still Jackie the Joke.
I once fired Howard Stern.
What's that?
I once fired Howard Stern.
You fired him.
I fired him from his syndicated show on a radio station I was soon to come and run because we were.
That's what launched your career.
That's what launched my managerial career. It's what happened. So the guy that was the boss before me put on the Howard Stern show on a Saturday morning, and he says, "Run the show." And I go, "Do you know what you're doing?" He goes, "Just run the damn show." So I run the show. I thought it was funny, but it wasn't appropriate for Ticonderoga.
Not for Ty.
So then the boss comes into me Monday morning because I'm doing mornings, and he goes, "Danny, I'm firing Nerf. He's fired right now." And I'm like, "Okay." And But the first thing you need to do is call NBC and fire Howard Stern. I'm going, you got to be freaking kidding me. So then I have to call Howard Stern and his people. So I fire him. I said, we're going to run the commercials for 90 days and we're done. So then what ends up happening is that he's on Letterman the next night. The people at Letterman find out. They find out that.
Way to go, poker face.
Yeah. The people at Letterman find this out and they said, you got fired by some redneck in upstate New York? Who the hell is this Dan Miner? And
that was on Letterman?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, it was
man, that'd
nuts.
be great.
So I didn't know because I'm doing mornings. So my buddy that I grew up with up there comes in the next morning, goes, you got a VCR? You got a VCR? And I'm like, yeah, why? You got to watch this. And I'm like, because he was a huge Letterman fan.
Right.
And he recorded it every night. And then he plays it for me. I'm like, oh, shit.
Why have you never told me this? You say this for
I was
Vinny?
gonna say, like,
Yeah,
there's
it's
got to be
cool story.
YouTube
I
video
feel
of
slighted.
this somewhere.
My
Don't feel slighted.
oldest
Well,
son,
it looks like our producer is looking.
Yeah, fine.
You're not going to find it. I've looked for it.
my oldest son,
In the
Sean, was about.
I'm good at that shit. I'm telling you.
I did
So
Letterman.
Letterman, Howard Stern.
Yeah.
What year?
You did Letterman?
Did Letterman when it was with NBC.
Oh.
You tell me the year, I can find
That's how
it.
old I am.
Really? So who was on the show when you did Letterman?
I got to remember.
Fucking George Gable and fucking.
No, I got
Paul Lynn.
I'm trying to remember now. That's a good question. Because I get
Madam open for you.
I get confused with. You know what? I can't think of who the hell was on it. I don't even know. I got bumped the first time.
You got bumped?
Yeah, bumped.
So what? That's got to suck.
Yeah.
Right? You go do the whole fucking deal, then
you know who was with me?
Stay there.
Bob Nelson was with me. He came with me, kind of, support.
So he was with you when you got bumped?
Yeah, and he did Letterman, of course, and all that. So he just came with me, and I'm in the green room, and all of a sudden they come in and go, Vinny, we'd have to reschedule you, And
Who's in the green room with you?
Bob,
Green?
just me and
Just
Bob.
you and Bob?
Yeah. But I'm like, and I'm thinking they're going to tell me to come, to come on, and I'm just nope.
And that's all you get when you get bumped.
Yeah, well, that's what, and I'm just frozen, and Bob was like, he's like, come on, let's go get something to eat, and I'm like,
it's another night. I'm not getting paid.
No, you get paid. You get paid.
So where do you go from there though? Do you go to another comedy club and try to?
No, we went to, I think, to the Stage Door, 2nd Avenue Deli, whatever.
But that's what you guys did a lot, though, right? You young comedians, you would just start at like one spot and go fucking comedy store every single place. You do a set and all.
Yes, and I was lucky.
Right?
I mean, I was a Long Island comedian. I mean, I did some city stuff, but I went to work very quickly. I mean, working with Bob and in the group, and then
That's
so I
cool.
got to.
Can you have John?
I got to work.
So how many sets? Like, what's like the most sets you've ever done in one night?
One night, 5, I think.
5.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of sets, where are you performing locally so people can get out and see you?
We're going to be. I do a lot of Firehouse fundraisers for our
Yes.
local community. I help raise a lot of money. We're doing this Saturday. Yeah.
Yes.
We did.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, we love it. We're going to do Middle Falls Fire Company this Saturday, March 1st. I know that's a local one.
Yep.
And then we have a big one coming up every year. It sells out for 23 years in a row. We've been doing Fort Edward.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one. And that's going to be on the 29th of March.
Very cool.
So I think I got that covered. And then I'll be in a country club, actually, I think in Johnstown.
Oh, wow.
On the 8th. But
that's like
I know. The first Saturday.
I just said they have a country club in Johnstown?
Yeah, it's called
it is
Fox
the
Run.
Fox Run.
Fox Run Country Club. Yeah, they're doing a comedy night.
GA Bove customer, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's throw that out there.
And go to my Facebook. It's all listed there.
Your Facebook,
Nice.
Vinnie Mark on Facebook. So I got to say, Vinny, I want to thank you for being here. We've been
you
friends
guys
for a long time,
Yes,
and
we
I
have.
really do appreciate you coming out here.
No problem.
I know you just got off the road, but coming here tonight and being with us
This was
tonight,
easy
this
stuff.
was fun.
Great group of guys.
I got more questions.
Yes.
We'll have him back.
Just kidding.
We'll have him back. Don't shoot
I
your load
love the
tonight.
comedy thing. I got so many questions.
There's a first wall.
That's right.
Yeah,
All right.
We'll do it. Yeah.
We'll have him back again.
Absolutely. I would love to. Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we'll have fish sticks.
that's exactly.
I don't know if you'll ever eat fish sticks again.
Oh, he's never gonna eat a fish stick in his life.
I was going to
ever
say
again.
his fish stick looks a little tender.
Hey, we're working on it.
It is what it is, you know.
What do you recommend?
All right, so we have some people to thank tonight.
Yeah, a big thank you to Nathan Brimmer. A big thank you to King of Bacon. A big thank you to Brian Brown, Brianna Rentz, Tim Jackson, Big Money Ron, Dave Bengal, Jeff Hamill, Sandy Sullivan. Hang
Hi,
on.
Mom.
The list continues.
So what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
A big thank you to
There
Wes
goes
Laux,
your
Paul
inheritance.
Weeks, Jeff Hamill, and Mark Ramsey. Also want to say, once again, a big thank you to everyone that listens each and every week. 43,000 last week.
Woo! Wow. 43,000. That's a big crowd. Big crowd. Hey, it's a big crowd.
It's tough to work it out.
Yeah, we're working on it.
I saw Rodney.
I did you?
We have a
super chat.
Big money Ron at the buzzer. He says, "Great show, but my eyes are tender."
Next week,
we're gonna hear that.
That's
all we're gonna hear.
There's gonna be a lot of tender eyes.
Fish sticks and tender.
Yeah, fish tenders.
Fish tender.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
Next week on the show, we've got Jim LaFar is going to be joining us here live at the Bullpen. And a big thanks to everybody for tuning in tonight. Big thanks to Vinnie Mark for being here tonight. Thank you, Vinnie.
Thank you, guys.
And we will see you again next Tuesday night for another edition of Talkin' Smack from the Bullpen. See you then.
See you.
Giddy up.